Oh, D. Do, 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 do. Well, that should be good, he says. Let's launch the game. Hopefully we can get a server, because that could be pretty awkward, wouldn't it? Oops. Oops. Right, let's see if it works. Yeah, let's do this. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. I hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. TFTC one going live might only be described as a Sunday. It is a Sunday. I haven't streamed in a while, as you guys know. I have been playing this game as a closed beta tester, so I do have over 200 hours in the game. So, other individuals that have 5 hours in the game and are talking about mid to late game.
With that commandment, new avenues of human.
On that note, this is just going to be me. I need to get to that stage where I can hopefully get around the map just a little bit, so that might take me a little while, but then I'll start breaking it down into individual videos to create guides on mining and that kind of good stuff, just so everybody knows and understands what's going on in the world, and hopefully We get some nice guides out of it. That's what it's about. Let me turn the light on, see if we can combat that light coming in from the back.
You do not.
And see where we go from
This
there.
other universe,
I haven't streamed in a while, like I said, so
Jessica,
my chat is
consort to do
probably
female
going to be
training,
non-existent, which I'm absolutely
gave
fine with, by the way.
birth to a
I'm more than happy with
daughter,
that. I am
a girl
just
they
recovering.
named
Well, not
Aristide.
recovering. Still have some various illnesses to combat my way through. So I just have some time.
Because of
myself
her
out,
obedience
goes
to
upstairs.
the Bene Gesserit,
I want to create some videos
Lady
and guides.
Jessica is trained as
what
a
I do.
truth-sayer.
So let's do it. If you guys haven't, I'm guessing at this point, there are hundreds and hundreds of videos out there showing you basically this and what it is and the start and the intro and how it all starts and stuff. I'm hopefully just going to bypass that the best as fast as I can. I'm not really interested in doing a tutorial. I have done it so many times now. This is the beta weekend. The closed beta version, by the way, has see this here at the top. It has my name on it and bounces around the screen, which is why nobody's created any videos or anything like that. Let's have a look and see what that is. Where are settings? Settings. See if I can find them. There they are. Bosh. VSync is on, everything is on. I just want to make sure everything is on. Motion blur is off. I have that off just because I want to. Graphics, window 1920 by 1080. I don't need to turn everything up and on. It is as it is. Do you know what? Let's just go with it. Play now. Let's see if there is a server available. Hopefully there is. Friends 1. Actually, let's see. I think. Friends 2. Oh, Bugs and Robin's on that one. Oh, they've split. No, that sucks. So I can either join Robin or Bugs. Oh, that's harsh. Where's my friends? One on here. Who's the one on here? Oh, Robin's got 2. Cheeky monkey. Let's go. Yeah, let's go and join Robin. Where are you, brother? Can I? Yes, I can. Hopefully this don't take too long. I'm going to see if I can skip this, to be fair. Hopefully I can. That would be nice. Can I? Yeah, there we go. Skip.
Operator, give me the number for 911.
Let's see if we can. Jailbird, thank you for the follow, man. I appreciate that. Welcome on in. If you have any questions about the game, feel free to ask. Like I said, I'm just going to start again now, and I've got 1 or 2 hours in. I've got over 200 hours in the game, to be fair. So if there's anything you want to know, ask away. I'll answer them honestly. I can't start creating guides yet until I get out on the map. I need to do a little bit of Bob, but we'll certainly get that done. Let's just finish the character. I'm not really fussy about how I look, to be honest with you. It doesn't make any difference at this stage. Welcome on in. Hope you're well. Enter character's name. TMTC. Done. I don't think it matters. Dune Awakening features a guided journey. Unlock is advanced. Locked is recommended. Unlocked. Steps are completed. Advanced survival players may prefer to unlock the research menu from the beginning. Advanced survival players must prefer to unlock. Now let's. What do we want to do there? So what that's saying there is there are certain points in the game along the story quest where things are absolutely locked. So until you go and do the story quest, visit this. I'm not going to spoil it, but you basically go and visit temples, and as you visit temples, it unlocks certain things. Yeah, let's just do recommended. I'm not fussy. I'm just not fussy. Are you going to let me go? Yeah, here we go. Good to see you. Where did you follow from? Twitch?
What I am?
Oh, come on in.
Then
I'm going to skip through this as much as I can. You've probably seen this anyway. Homeworld. Doesn't really matter.
The machine world.
The
The order of the
world.
Imperium is rooted in the Farfreluches. Did you give back?
I'm just going to click
You had
next.
a
I'm not that
mentor
fussy.
in your youth, trained by.
So
one
this
of
is
the
where you
schools.
kind of pick your profession. So this one's
Who
quite
was
important.
your
Swordmaster is Swordmaster BG, a mentor or a trooper. So my advice,
I've
seriously,
heard of our sisters giving training
let's just go
outside
BG.
of the chapter
It's
house.
so good.
The test
Early on,
is
it's so
almost
good.
complete.
blah, blah, blah. Purely because when you get skills, you can get skills. On the BG, you can recover more health, which means you're using less medkits. Medkits are basically just reeds you find on the ground. Fibers.
I hold at your neck the Gom Jabbar, the
Yep.
high-handed enemy.
Release me, woman.
Do-
Set me free. Yes. 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 Blah, blah, blah. Can I? I can't skip it as well. Beautiful. Okay, to start the game, start in the cave. Bish bash and a bosh. Happy bunny, happy bunny. Walk over, grab a backpack, lick on some leaves. Get a basic weapon or create basic weapons and armor, and then go in, go in out and about. So this is kind of the tutorial, shall we say, of basic movement and stuff. This is the bag you want to go and get. Again, this is literally hundreds of videos out there for this. I'm not going to create a guide on how to pick up a backpack. There you go. You now have a backpack. This is good. B is open your crafting menu. Click on your crafting menu, scrap knife, and craft. Again, very simple stuff. Sweet. So this is, I suppose I could do the guide on this actually. So this is a moisture seal. You'll see these around the area as such. Let me see if I can find. Okay, so it hasn't opened it yet. That sucks. Okay, we'll just stab it. So the microfiber sandwich fabric. There you go. Lick on a leaf, basically because you're dehydrated in the bottom left-hand corner. It's telling you about. You can walk up to the leaf, press and hold E. That will top your water back up and give you a cheeky little bit of hydration. Fair warning, that drops fairly quickly. Microfiber sandwich. I'm just going to do a quick video on the micro sandwich fabric. So give me a second on that. Right, where's my marker? Like I said, I'm just going to be creating guides as I go along, so I appreciate if you want to stay, that's absolutely fine. If you don't, you don't, but you'll understand it. The guides that I create, I'll put on YouTube, just search YouTube TMTC. My guides are literally quick and dirty. They're not 10 minutes long, they are 30 seconds long, if that, for you to get the information, because you don't want to be faffing around, so that you're about to see. So, fair enough. Ready? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. I hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. TMTC coming at you here with a quick guide on Dune Awakening on how to basically get your micro sandwich fabric. Around the world you will see caves, they will appear on the map. This is the starter area, and you'll see it's basically just looks like a blanket covering a cave. Find any form of blade / knife, walk up to it, give it a cheeky little slash, +1 microfiber sandwich fabric. Hope you found that one useful. See you in the next one. Take care. Bish bash and a bosh. Let me just stick a marker on that one for Twitch as well. And there we go. Let's go and have a butcher's. Plant fibre. Let me just give that one a turn, because I'm just going to create the guides as I go along. It's just simpler, so give me another 30 seconds. Like I said, humble apologies, that's just the way it is. Once we start getting going, you'll understand, and the information that you see is absolutely fair enough. Health kits. We'll cover off health kits and microfibers as well, actually, so let's do that. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. I hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. TMTC1 coming at you with another quick guide on Dune Awakening on harvesting plant fibre, turning that plant fibre into a basic medical kit. So your plant fibre, you literally walk over it, press E, grab a bucket load of it, Switch over to B for your initial kind of crafting area. Go over to there and, well, lo and behold, create 5 heal medkits. It's as simple as that. I don't think you need me to teach you how to use them. Until then, I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Good night. A bish, a bash, and a bosh. Let's go slap that. So that's already gone onto there. I am actually going to put that on 5 so you can drag and drop that on the rotation. I'm just going to put it on 5 because that's the way it is. And let's go and use one of those now. Sweet. Lost where I am. Where am I? There we go. Walk up to a wall, press spacebar, you'll just climb the wall. Gosh. How did you find the channel, Joe? I'm just curious. If you still got your ears on. I noticed you haven't typed anything. Appreciate the follow. Yeah, I think what we'll do, because our water is so low here, we'll just hydrate whenever we can. That's going to be the difficulty that is, I'm afraid. Really hits you with my eyes. Oh, the bat flies out as well. Just browsing players for the game on Twitch. Hello. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Welcome in. Thanks for giving me a chance. More than happy. Like I say, if you have any game questions and you want to know, absolutely ask away, sir. I have been. Yeah. I've completed most of the game, apart from I think the only resource I couldn't find was the final resource, which is in the deep desert. I did go in the deep desert, and I took a nice cheeky ornithopter out there with plenty of batteries actually to get myself around and about. But as it was, and it's close beta testing, I landed on a rock and my ornithopter sunk into the rock, and that was me done. I lost my ornithopter, which wasn't a problem because building them actually. It's changed now. It used to be far easier than it is, and now it's a little bit of a stinker. But yeah, I just didn't feel like doing it again. Have you read the books? Never. And I've never watched the films either, to be honest. So I have no idea if any of this lore is correct. I genuinely.
Twin comets in the sky.
No.
Birth from
This is the straight
fire
answer.
and death. Is this what you wish?
So again, I'm not really fussy about, this has probably been played through on hundreds of videos over a period of time. It's just not worth me giving the time of day for this, which is fine.
Whatever black, you are free to pursue a new destiny. A portable, no doubt.
Yada yada, yada yada, yada yada.
The time for talk.
Can I
is
just skip
over.
it now?
We're going to need
Okay,
one
I'm just going to
put
click
that.
next.
If you is a noble, you must kill only those that get. Yeah. Take.
Right,
Now
enter
go.
ship, find a captain. Goodbye, thank you. Here we go. Again, this is kind of more of the tutorial on basic stuff, really, on what you can and can't do. Our water is full at the moment. I am going to use actually another medkit, just give myself a full health in the bottom corner. Health is fine. Do I want to move my camera up? Do you know what? I think I might, just because. Or down. Is it? Nah, it's just giving you sunstroke. It's basic information. You'll figure that out anyway. You're not really fussy about that. Well, I don't think anybody's fussy about that. What's hiding behind there? All it's trying to tell you, you can see the little graph going up in the middle there. Stay out of the way. Go into the shadows. That graph will then start to slowly come back down. That's it in a nutshell. Sunstroke. Be very mindful that once you start going into the sun, you will absolutely, without any shadow of a doubt, start to suffer a little bit.
The guards have sealed themselves inside. Search the prisoners for a cut array. And off-worlder, be careful.
This is new. There it is. The cutter away and battery. Has that gone straight on? It has. Battery has gone straight on. I'm going to move this over to 3. I'm going to put that onto 2. So 3
The cut array
is
primarily a mining tool, off-worlder. You'll need it for harvesting resources.
Let me just do a quick one on this.
Is
Can
an
I
added
turn away from that
benefit.
actually? Is that going to stay? Hopefully that. Let me just get out of the way and see if that goes. still staying. Because I'm going to do a quick guide on that, but I'll do it on the other stuff. Yeah. Ah, that's gone. Perfect. Right, quick guide. One sec, Joe. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Here we go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. I hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. TMTC coming at you with a quick guide on mining in Dune Awakening. Certain things you absolutely do have to need. You will need a cutter array of whatever the level is, so it does get advanced, and you'll also need a working battery pack as well. You will walk up to whatever the mineral is, mine, rock that you're trying to do. You right click on it, it scans the rock, so it can come around this side as well, just for a different scan. You can see the blue lines. What you then do is you draw along the blue line, and then it splits up +6 granite. What you've got to remember is the higher the efficiency of the cutter array, so the better the quality of the cutter array, the more efficient it is at mining. So if I was to use a better cutter array, I wouldn't get 6, I would probably get 10. And as you advance in levels through the copper, the iron, the carbon, the aluminium, you need a cutter array that is capable of mining that material. Hope you found that one useful. See you next one. Right, just whack a marker on that one. Perfect, perfect. Right, let's go to combat. That's what we're doing now. Cheeky bit of combat. I'm on 2. You can see these doors are locked.
You'll need a pentashield key to pass through. See if there's another way forward.
There's always a way forward. Yeah, do a quick bit. 1 sec. 30 seconds. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. I hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. TMTC1 coming at you with another quick guide on Dune Awakening. This one is the cutter array. So if you've just seen the video on mining with the cutter array is kind of a multi-purpose tool in respect that when you are out and about on the sands, you will find wrecks and other crashed ships, shall we say. You can also mine and cut up kind of buggies and stuff like that if you find them. You will see that later on. You walk up to it, you scan, it shows you the weak points on the door or the vehicle. You go down the weak points and lo and behold, said door opens. Or said part falls off the vehicle that you're mining, or you mine the resources. Cutter array, one of the first things you absolutely upgrade is my tip. See you next one. Okay. Bosh, let me mark that, clip that. There we go, perfect. Sweet.
Ready your weapon, off-worlder.
Ready your
The guards
weapon.
won't hesitate.
Yeah.
Neither should you.
We need to go and lick a plant actually. Yeah, I don't need any of that. Really? Gonna hold me hostage? Come on, space bar, space. There we go. Yeah, we'll take the med kit. Parrying's fine. There we go.
Parry your opponents just as their strikes will hit you. This should stagger them, giving you a window of opportunity.
Nice. Was there meant to be sound on the outro? It doesn't matter if there isn't, dude. I'm kind of happy with that. How you doing, Paul? Good to see you, though, sir. Appreciate that.
Access granted.
And one of those. Sweet. Let me have a check those, just because I can. Appreciate that. Good feedback, sir. Good feedback. It is as it is. I isn't that fussy. As long as the basic guy gets out there, yeah. How you finding the game, Paul? You've been playing? Been playing a lot? Yeah. Oh, really? Come on now. Come on now. I made that. There we go. Oh, cheeky drink of water though. If ever you see these around, actually, you know what? That might be worth a cheeky guide because some people just don't see them. Yeah, give me a second. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. I hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. Tips, you want coming at you with another quick guide on water inside kind of ships, crash ships, points of interest and that kind of good stuff. Because these are easily missable. You will walk past these and as you can see, these contain water. There are different variants of these, which as you progress through the game, you get like a little white dome and then a bigger white dome. But this is the absolute basic starter one. So this will give you a drink. Keep your eye out for these. You might miss these. Extremely valuable early on in the gameplay. I hope you found that one useful. I haven't played myself. It's not my kind of genre. Oh, okay. That's fair. Right, let's just walk over and drink these bad boys. We can get all three of these as well. So that's a nice top up of water. Not your thing. What's your thing then, sir? Oh, hang on, I really need to get through there. Bosh. Am I going mad? Yeah, I am going mad. There we go. Cut her out. Does that actually cut anything? I can't remember if it's cut anything. It's been so long since I've done this, you know. Oh, it's on 3. This is the shield dude, I think, yeah. So shield dude, you press and hold the left mouse button and it gives it a slow attack.
A swift attack can force
like that, and then you hear his shield go. Do it again.
A slow blade penetrates a shield.
And again. There you go.
Access denied. Access granted.
Again, always have a cheeky little look around just in case there's a nice little water source or there is something else around. On this stage it's clear. That's opened the door there, which is fine.
That's the pentashield key.
There you go.
Once you equip it, you can pass through the shield.
Once you press E on this, you'll see that these red triangles will start to go green.
I'll be there soon.
There you go. And go straight across. Ornithopter, 3 wings, so that's an attack Ornithopter. Scout only has 2 sets, that one has 3. They're nice to fly actually, you take them high and you press Alt and then it goes into vulture mode and the wings just go up and it flies, it just glides basically. Skip this because this isn't cutscene. Like I said, I just want to get into the basically get into the Haga Basin and then either get myself a buggy or get out of here because it's the guides I kind of really want to make. Creating the bases. I genuinely think early on it's one of those where what's the base for early on? If you've watched anything, haven't played good games in a while. Depends what games do you like, Paul? What's your genre? FPS, strat, you know. Right, we have crashed, bish bash, and a bosh. Where is he? Yeah, it's time to wiggle, man, because the worm is about to come and eat that, which is fine.
You need to run. The sandworm is coming.
Yeah, we're running.
No.
Here we are in the old Harger Basin. There he goes. There goes the sandworm. Those things, man. They're not as intimidating as you think if you understand them. Let's put it that way. They're just not. We'll grab some spare metal, salvage metal. That's basically
Catch your
these.
breath. When the Thopter went down, the storm took us far off course. My leg is bad. I need to lay low and treat it before it gets worse. But fear not, Offwalder. Noctua can cover the ground between us with little effort. She will be my eye in the sky, so I can continue to offer my sage advice.
I used to fly the, I used to call it the Merlin helicopter on ground support. I used to go over, pick up a tank and
contains a series of basic survival schematics.
Yeah.
Not as good as Fremen work,
I can
but
do that.
better than nothing.
Military sim.
Figure
Yeah.
out how to
DCS.
craft yourself some clothing. That Mauler outfit won't cut it out here.
This is bosh. Right, let's have a look. Let me just do a quick guide on salvage. This one's kind of useless, but I think it just kind of completes the. Yeah, it just kind of completes it. So, un momento. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. I hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. TMT21 coming at you with a quick guide on basically Dune Awakening salvage material. So you can just walk up, you will find these on the floor. It is as it is, it does what it says on the tin. Same as any other resource, you walk over to it, right click on it and scan it, and there you go. We have now just picked up the old salvage material. Hope you found that one useful. See you in the next one. Till then. Sweet. That sign there is very nice. Actually, let me just uno momento. I know, I'm sorry, I know it's not going to be the, like I said, I'm creating guides for the users because there's so many other streamers out there that are just playing the game, which I fully understand. You know, it's a beta test, it is one of those. But they just want to get as far as they can, and I get that, but I've done that. Not bothered. So I'd rather get the guides out there for people that are going to come into the game, play the game, and yeah, bish bash and a bosh. You know, sick. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. I hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. TMT1 coming at you with a quick guide on the old water side of things. So you can see that my water on the left hand side is kind of up and it's nicely. So E to drink. It won't let me drink that, but more importantly what you see there is the little symbol that is above that, and this is kind of glowing. At this time of day, throughout the night, eventually in the game you will get sickles and water containers. Vitally important that you use those because you can basically just harvest the water from the plant. Much more efficient than drinking, and it is so valuable. Can't describe to you. Mid game tip that. So yeah, look after your water. Till then, take it easy, stay safe. Right, that's done. What's it say? Research, close in the research menu. That's fine. Just going to grab some resources first. Don't think we're going to need anything there. Somebody's created a little base there. Let's bring up the map actually, see where we are. Let's start heading north. So I want to start heading north. Research points. Let's grab makeshift clothing. So research is fine. Actually, let's see what the tutorial's doing. Don, how you doing, sir? Good to see you, you beautiful man. Hope you well. Craft a full set of makeshift clothing. What do we need? So you can go into crafting, into clothes. This is requiring fibre. So that's all beautiful, beautiful. So we'll give it one of those, one of those, one of those, one of those, and one of those. You can stack them and just leave them, and what will happen is eventually, because this slot is free, you'll see them start to appear on your face. So I'm going to start getting the wiggle on basically. Actually, what I want to do is Before I make that run, let me just go into... Have I got skills? I have got skills. Oh, you're not opening it up? Really? 3 points. Not learned. No. Okay. Dang it. Well, looks like we're running. Is that going to be... Okay. Sandworm threat. Yeah. So this is where, on a bike, I'm good, Dom, thanks. I am, yeah, I'm good. So what happens is, as you can see at the bottom here, we have kind of like a little, oh, yeah, we could be dead here. Actually, it's not, it's stopped. Oh, this is a big old ask. On a bike, when you're on a bike, I would say anything around about 1,000 meters, you're safe to do. Give or take, you're good. You're just good to go. Absolutely. There she is. That's what you want. When you look up, you see a great big massive hammer in the sky. Start heading towards that hammer is what I would say is kind of like the start zone. So there's a microfiber and an EMF generator there. I don't want any of that whatsoever. I am out of here. I am heading for the big hammer. And the reason why is that big hammer is it's a vital marker on the map. It's kind of like a... Look at this little thing here, look. There he is. Copper. Nice. There's one video. Old copper. Sweet. Copper ore. Right, let's do the copper ore video. Love it. One sec. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. I hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. TMTC1 coming at you with a quick guide on where copper ore is in Dune Awakening. It is the easiest resource to get along with. It is literally in the Haga Basin south. It is the first thing that you will see. It can be mined with the basic kind of resource, the basic cutter. Straight over she goes, good efficiency, plus 40 copper, blue in colour, starting material. Hope you found that one useful. See you next one. Sweet. That's the worm. So copper is the good basic start. As you can see, there's copper, there's metal there. So there's everything around you that you need to get going, which is fine. Keeping an eye on our water. Sandstorm due in sector in 3 minutes. That sucks. Because equip a full set of makeshift clothing. What are we missing then? Okay.
The War of Assassins has left debris scattered all over this sector. Salvage metal from the wreckage with your cutter and use it to make a Mauler pistol and darts. Don't let the Imperial disdain for ranged weapons lead you astray. Very few people are foolhardy enough to use shields this deep in the sands, and that is to your advantage.
So it's now telling us to build the makeshift Mauler pistol, which is exactly what we're going to do. Unlock these as you go along. I'm fine with that. B for the good old crafting. Over into weapons. Improve Mauler. Or improvise Mauler, sorry. And then darts. I'm going to make... craft amount, let's do 10. Craft done. There we go. So in my inventory now, I normally have my weapon on 1, my knife on 2, and my cutter on 3.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
So here's my brother. Beautiful. So sometimes what will happen is you'll have real nice people that basically do this. And this is open, so you can check around here, see what they've got. Basic storage. But you can see now in the bottom corner, just above there, it says enclosed, which is exactly where we want to be. Get ourselves nice and safe. We haven't unlocked much of the map yet, so we're just going to sit here and have to wait. Skills we now have. The Bindo Sprint, that's what we're going to learn, is that bad boy, because I can't describe to you how darn good this thing is. Mwah. And let's just wait out for the storm to come through. What you been up to, Don? How you doing, man?
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Okay, so this is almost like somebody's garage. Oh, that's locked. Oh no, it's let us in. Dang, really? This must be somebody's base they've left open then, or abandoned. I wonder if they've taken everything. What I can do is get rid of this. Don't want to be carrying that. Nope. Loot, baby! Oh, that's... Damn. That's water that I was saying, a water cistern. It's empty though. How you doing, Dylan? How you doing, dude? Good to see how you are. This is a full starter. This is what I classify as a full starter base, this. That's a fabricator. Very nice indeed. It's not a starter base because that's a recycler. Power cells, is that all it wants? Okay, interesting. So the recyclers, there you go. There's their armor. This is kind of midish game. Power packs there. Look, I could take that actually. Bargain. Dart. Oh, power pack Mark 1, but it's nasty though. That sucks. So whoever's left this has left this. And what's upstairs? More power. I mean, this is just passing time really while the sandstorm's running through. More power, which is fine. Aetheryte crystal. That is one that I guarantee people will struggle with. Let me just write that down because I'm going to forget the darn name of it. And that is going to be a pain in the boot. I know exactly where to get it from, and it's if you don't know where it is, it's a stinker. I reckon of all the guides, that will be my bit. That would be the one that people use. I pretty much. And well, good to hear. How's Lady M? So that's good. So somebody. I get why somebody's abandoned this. I get why you would abandon this. Because this is not the place for this base. This base is just, yeah, misplaced. Absolutely. If it's got that kind of stuff on it, yeah. Where is, actually, I wonder if it's downstairs then. The sub thief for this, because we might even be able to claim it. That would be nice. Right, let's get out of here. We're not really interested. I'm going to start heading towards the big armor. The big armor. Where are you, baby girl? She's up there, which is fine. So we'll start heading that way. What does it want us to do? Research the respawn beacon. We can just do that now, actually. So research the respawn beacon and research that. I'm fine with that. Probably going to tell us to build one. Craft a respawn beacon. Place a respawn beacon. Respawn beacon craft, please. We'll place it further up. It's Mother's Day here. Wish her a happy one. She's right. Oh, what's her name? Got it properly. Oh, we are. Ooh, that's bad. We are getting sunstroke here, so that's not smart of us. What's the name, sir, of the good lady? Oh, hang on, we've been shot at, yeah. Oh, hang on. That's good. Oh, I haven't reloaded. That's terrible of me. Well, I'm a terrible shot, so I'm out. Today is not your day, sir. Am I going to make that? That is an awfully long way to go. But if we use C, let's get our sprint on. Cool down to 19 seconds though. We might be in a bit of trouble here. Dang it. Yeah, we could be in a world of pain here. Fudge. And sunstroke as well. Oh, that's early. And we haven't placed the respawn beacon in the have we? Yeah, I think that bad boy's rushed, you know. We could be dead. April? Happy Mother's Day. I am in trouble. Yep. Yep. Knew that. Knew that. Let's see where it's going to spawn us. Where is it going to spawn us? Okay. That sucks. Because we got hit by the worm, we lose everything. There is nothing left on us. We lose it all. There we go. We are booty naked. She says thank you. Spend some time with your mother. It's Mother's Day. Turn me off. Off. Worm tooth. Crafting component obtained from dying to the sandworm. That's what I like about that. Dang it. Do I just want to run, actually? I think I do. This should give us armor, but do I really want the armor? That's a good question. I could do with do I want a pistol? I'm probably going to need one, though. Dang it. Crafting. So again, we need to start from that kind of scratch. So improvised power pack. One of the first thing you do is just get your power pack. Without that, you can't do anything without your cutter array. Cutter array then, so you can then mine more salvage material. That gets you back into the game, so to speak. Scrap knife we will have, and everything else is gone. I think this is, yeah, just armor wise, so we can craft that, craft that, craft that, craft that, and craft that. Right. Hopefully you'll start getting along. I just woke up. Isn't it time? It isn't time. Okay, I got you. Not yet, sir. Not yet. Where is the hammer? So there is the hammer. So we are heading in that general direction. Let's do that. How far is that? That is 1,400 meters away, which is a long, long way away for our marker. And we're going to get sunstroke. Dang it. Right, let's go. Debuffs. So we're definitely gonna run out of stuff. And that water's gonna drop very quickly now. That sucks. How you been getting on though, Dylan? All good, sir? All good your side of the world? There's the copper we did, so that's fine. I see plants there as well, so we can top up on our water. Our water's going to stop moaning at us. We can also get into the shade there a little bit. So we'll top up on the water. Bish bash bosh. Happy days. There we go. Good. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get across there. That sucks. Debuffs. Let's get rid of that. That's just going to look bad behind the camera. Nobody really cares. Debuffs are fine. We know about those. Let's grab that. Grab that. Oh, grab the battery pack. Okay. We'll see if there's any metal. If there's any metal, we'll grab that. So let's move that into number 2. Move that into number 3 because that's the way I roll. We'll craft some medkits as well for what they're worth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5. Bosh, happy days. Right, let's get out of here. Am I going to be able to get there? Oh, it's over there. Do you know what? That looks closer though, doesn't it? So this is where we went last time. So I think if we run over to here, give itself speed boost. Whee! Worm's tracking us. Ooh. We're okay at the moment, I think. Come on. There's the worm again. See, he's now see how it's gone red there? He's now tracking us. So we are going to just whip on through there, that's fine. I do see somebody up there actually, which is fine, so we're not going to do anything with that. What I do want to do though is get into the shade, get rid of my sunstroke because that's going to be an issue, and then top up on the water. Gosh. Any metal around here? Yeah, that do. Oh.
I got you.
Damn it. Oh, we've got a knife actually. Let's go and...
I'm coming.
Right, metal. Sweet. There we go. Grab some of that now. That should give us a weapon. Thank you. 3 skill points. I'm not really fussy about that. You can go and pick up their loot and stuff, but that's just not what I'm here to do. We will grab a improvised mauler pistol. Let's create one of those. Weapons dots. Craft a mount. We'll just get 5. That gets us rearmed. Right, now let's see. Oh, I need to create a beacon, didn't I? Can't create a beacon yet. Dang it. Sandworm death. Yeah, I know I was killed by a sandworm. Thanks for that. Really appreciate the throwing me under the bus. Am I going to be able to get up there though? That's the one point where I need to be. Is up there. Come on. Oh, it's going to give me sunstroke in a minute. That's going to suck. It's going to give me sunstroke. Is there any water in here? There. I always build by water. That's probably one of the biggest things I would say. Build by a water source, like this dude has. Is it open? Yeah, see how some of that's closed. Build by a water source, because it's nice later on. And you always know where it is. Right, so we are sheltered, unsheltered, that's fine. Let's see if we can make the run. I don't know if we're going to make it. The bloody sandworm's right there though, isn't it? Damn it. That is the narrow, I think this is the, yeah, this is the narrowest point to cross, I think. Right, we're going for it. Otherwise we may just need to bite the bullet and buy a truck. Well, let's start running for sure. That's not good. Oh, that's so close as well, you know. Please don't be coming to eat me. Please don't be coming to eat me. Please don't be coming to eat me. Please come to eat me. God dang it. Why can't I not run? Dang it! Need a bike. Ah, that sucks. That sucks. Okay. Fine. That damn bike. No. Okay. Right, where is... Bish, bash, bosh, bish, bash, bosh. Intel, that's fine, that's fine. Sandwich, where are we? Really? Lose it all? Let's go and find the where I need to be, and then we'll just do it quick. We'll get a bike. Fine. Not that I want to, but it's all you can do, I think. Crafting, bish bash and bosh. Give ourselves a jacket, shoes. Done. You're fine with that. Utility, please go. Improvised cutaway, scrap knife, and I can then craft around 5 medkits, please. 3, fine. Where are we up to? Once we get that, we'll mine this, and then I'll go and show you where I think the best place, one of the best places to set up in the game is, because it's going to ask us to build, which I don't really want to do, but unfortunately there's not a lot I can do about it at that stage. It's just going to be. So cutter array's done. We'll grab some metal here, and then I'm going to start heading east. Which sucks. We'll grab the bandages as well. Fluid, not really fussy about at the moment. Probably regret saying that in about 5 minutes. G limit's fine. Actually, I think we're better out, hadn't we? I think if we don't, we're in trouble. That's for sure. Once I get a bike, I'm out of here. What's it want us to do? Place a spawn beacon. Let's go further in and then we'll place a respawn beacon. So let's head towards that area there where our marker is. Yeah, that's 1,000 meters away. So we'll head towards that. And then we'll get a respawn beacon in, because eventually it's going to basically say to us, you need to start crafting a base and stuff, which is fine. I'm more than happy to do that. Once I get my bike, I'm out of here. Fabricator, that's all you need. Copper wires. Nice. Where are we? How's work, Dylan? All well, sir? All good your side of the world? Looking for a cheeky little ornithopter there, which you can actually take them apart and stuff. There's copper.
Who's that?
No, we don't want to fight. Not if we can help it. Skills, I'm not really fussy about. Let's get across there. I'm hoping we can cut across there. It's not gone red yet, so we're okay-ish. Okay, that's closer than I want it to be. Really? We made it, I think. Yeah, we made it. Ooh, that was nasty. That's a little too close for my liking, to be fair. That is good on water. I'm fine with that. Are we here? Let's see if we can head up to there. That's fine. We'll cut across just a little. Actually, probably just need to head up to there, don't we? Are we good? Yeah, let's run so we can cover as much ground as we can before we run out, before the worm comes, because we know the worm's right next to us, basically. Log off. I am parched. Okay, let's grab a drink. Are you telling me I can't use my abilities because I'm parched? Yep. That about sums it up. Ah, that sucks. Big old area, so I'm fine with that. Let's go to that and then we'll run around that. Nice. Actually, let's grab some of that. Going to need to grab some rocks as well. I think we're going to have to build a cheeky downed ornithopter. Very nice indeed. Somebody's built up there. There we go. Nice. Bike would be good. That is somebody I don't want to be faffing around with. No, thank you. So I'm just trying to make my way to the research centre. I can see the worm there. Ooh, do we want to go? Yeah, let's go for it. That seems to last not long at all, that, doesn't it? Dang it. And now you're in the middle of the desert. Come on, come on, come on, come on. We'll whack a respawn beacon down here as well, because I'm pretty sure we've just been here. Which is fine. Yeah, so I want to stay out of the way of these peeps, because they're just going to want to shoot me in the face. That's just a given. There's metal and batteries here, so do you know what, let's do a respawn beacon down here. I think that's probably worth doing. So we'll just craft a respawn beacon, drop it down there. It starts us moving along then in what it wants us to do. So we'll go 4.
This used to be Fremen territory, but the War of Assassins and the Sardaukar pogrom put an end to that. Now the sector is crawling with scavengers, fighting over the scraps of Imperium technology left in the wake of this so-called noble war. But that's to your advantage, Offworlder. Allow them to do the hard work of gathering the salvage, and then take it from them. Don't hesitate to kill them all. They would do the same to you.
Binoculars. Are we in the shade? We are, so let's do what it says it wants us to do. Binoculars there. Bosh, confirm. Into crafting, craft some binoculars. And then what does it want to do? Scout a camp. I don't want to just yet. Plant farmers here, which is fine. So we're going to have to go on there. Got some stuff in a bit. There we go. This is what I wanted. This is where my respawn beacon's going. Research base, please. Are you not going to give it me yet? Come on now. This is where we want to be. So we'll drink some water here. And I'm going to drop my respawn beacon here. Because this is where we're going to get our bike. We've got copper here as well. So there's already a base here. If this base is abandoned, we'll take it. Dang it. So scout a camp. There's a next camp to here. So there's another base over there. Yeah, this is where I want to be. Defo. Anything here? Let's have a look. Ooh, Nice little sub-thief there. Where's that beacon? There we go, beautiful. We'll just put that there. Nobody really cares. Now we're just looking for a camp. See, this is basically all you need is this. If this can be mine, it's letting me access it. Pre-built, already good to go. Blood machine here as well, so, and it's got water in it. We can't take the water out yet, but I can. I should be able to drink it. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. So there's a nice cheeky drink of water. Where is the sub-fee for this? 2 fabricators. Okay, somebody got carried away. Oh, hello. Suppressor belts and that kind of good stuff, so that's fine. Where is the... Is another blood machine? It is. And power. Where's the sub-thief? Can I claim it? Manage. So this is, well, there's normally like a little base thing. If you find it, you can claim the. You should be able to claim the base, but it's hidden. That sucks. That would have been nice. Right, scout for a camp. That's probably what we should be doing. Camp over here. So we'll put a marker on that camp, which is 270 that way, and then we'll start heading that way. We'll have to use the binos, I guess, just to scout it, just because that's what he wants us to do. I'm fine with that. 160. I know exactly where this camp is. I know exactly where this camp is. This was where I built my first base. It is absolutely where I built my first base. Fort. Go scout first camp. There we go. Let's see what he wants us to do now. Go to the scavenger camp, use your abilities to kill them, which is fine.
It's obvious you've had some training, off-worlder, but nothing can truly prepare you for what the desert has in store. Hone your skills and harden yourself to the violence you must do to survive. Remember, Arrakis will sharpen you, or kill you.
Open the skills menu. Skills.
Without a still tent, you're easy prey to the sandstorms that sweep across the desert. Those storms tear flesh from bone and shred metal like paper. Unless you'd like to share a cave with some scavengers, your best bet is to build your own shelter.
Here you go.
Build a construction tool and place out a sub-fief console. You'll be claiming a portion of the planet's surface for your very own, or rather borrowing it from the Emperor. I'm a little hazy on the specifics.
So research a basic construction kit, which is exactly what we want to do. Locked, go to journey. Really? There we go. Need to mine first. 3. Right. So what do we need? Scavenge metal, salvage fuel cells, and that is fine. I'm fine with that. Doesn't say anything interesting. Doesn't say anything about copper though, does it? So metal we can grab. Fuel cells might be a little bit more challenging. There's that. Liquid is good, so that's fine. Bish, bash, bosh. Here we go, granite. So we don't want anything at all too big. We just want an extremely basic base. Nothing more, nothing less. And it is going to be disgustingly basic. All I want to do to create the guides is basically get myself mobile. So we're going to have to go and do the one area up there, which is fine. I don't mind doing that. Yeah. It is as it is. Copper we're going to need just to potentially get a better gun if we wanted to do that. There's rock, which is fine. Definitely want a power source though, because this is not going to be as sustainable as is. Need a battery pack somewhere. That rock we'll go and take though. Right, thanking you. I don't want to get too much because otherwise it's going to potentially weighs me down and then I'm going to be stuck. What we can build actually is, because we haven't built it yet, is our improvised gun. And then light darts, craft amount 10 please. Let's give ourselves some ammo to work with. So there's plenty of salvage metal there, look. Plenty of it. And that. There we go. There's a battery. There's power. Got it. Oh, does it still want me to get more granite? Damn. There it is. There's a research centre. Look. So let's have a look for fuel cell. Or is that the one that's literally just behind me? No, it's 55 metres away. Oh, that might be that one we've just got. Ah, okay. Yeah, that's the one we just got. Which I'm fine with. Not really fussy about that at the moment. Something up there. Heck no. More metal again. Somebody's camp, which basically means they're not going to be happy that I'm around there. I do see a battery there, or a power pack. So that's one. I'll grab that. Two. That's fine. So that's give us power. So it's the granite that we want, which is this stuff here. Beautiful, beautiful. Sweet. Happy days. Love my work. Researched unlocked. So that is going to be the. Yeah, there you go. Lights research, sub-thief, which is their power generator. That's okay, I'm fine with that. So that's going to be our own base. I do want to come down now. Yep, let's take a dive. Whee! So you don't die as such. Yeah, you just don't die. That's exactly where I want to be heading to get the first bike or to get your first vehicle. More power there. Yes, please, sir. And now what we want to do is see if we can build that sub-thief. So we want to go to crafting, over to the construction tool. Let's build that. And then we're just going to see about getting our base up and running. Hopefully this won't take long. Sub-thief is there. So we're too close, it's not going to let us build. There we go. We can build out here, which is fine. Do I want to do so? There's see the water here. This water here I absolutely want to keep. There's water here I absolutely want to keep. Now there's somebody else's base there, but can we build off it? Too close to another building zone. That sucks. So we can come here, but you're going onto the sand at that point, which is not what you want to be doing at all. Let's have another look. Let's have a cheeky little look. Building zone. I could build. Actually, I could build here. Yep. Yeah, let's just slap it down here. Like I said, I'm not
the proud owner of an imperial sub-fief. More of a sub-fief. But it's enough for now. Get your
So I kind of want to put that up because I want the highest point. So that rock there is probably going to be one of my highest points. And then we'll just build off that. Again, don't want anything too fancy. Just not interested. We only want a real small base, kind of just bish bash and a bosh. So this is what some people do. See how you've got your sub-fief there, and this is how people hide the sub-fief, is they go there like that and put a floor in, and then come round to the front here and put a wall in. Let's change that around actually. Out facing. There you go. So the sub-fief is still there, but it's just hidden. So that's all they're doing. I only want this as a base, nothing more, nothing less. So let's change the outer face to that, so everything's inside. Nothing fancy, nothing I'm proud of. Actually, right click to, let's demolish that please, and then build a cheeky door. There we go. Not sure, so we haven't got a lot of granite left, which kind of sucks. Let's go back to the walls. And it looks like we're out, which is fine. Right, back to, we need some granite. Plenty of metal around here as well, so we've got plenty of gun, plenty to shoot at. What's that power? Oh, that's a bit cheeky. Oh no, it's not. Give me rocks. Give me the rock. Really? That sucks. Right, you can see there we need a drink, so I'm going to head back to our base. The base is basically what we've set up, and we set it up near water for the very reason of there. Actually, I can see a rock there, so that's beautiful. We can grab that as well. Always set up near water. Oh, it isn't a rock. Dang it. That is though. Beautiful. Grab a drink. Sweet. Power. Absolutely going to need that in a minute. Good efficiency. Is it though? Is it though? Oh, and there's power here as well. Okay, that's nice. That's nice to know, because the resources respawn back in the said location. So that is fine. We are okay with that. We have now have a source. There's rocks here, these little tiny rocks. We'll grab them all for the time being, just till we get our base up and running. Then we're fine. It would have been nice to have been able to build on that. That would have been rather sexy. But like I said, you need to find their sub-fief and then claim that land. Once you claim that land, it's yours. You can do with it as you will. I am starting to cook myself a little bit here, so I think we'll stick a roof on rather than finish the wall, just so it offers us some place to hide. So we'll go for 6, build, and then we'll go for rooftops. It doesn't matter to me which way the roof is facing. Obviously, for some people it does. I personally couldn't give a rodent booty. Do with it as you please. What is that? Wall? You're going to tell me I'm out now, aren't you? Yeah, so we're out of granite. We need more granite. Dang it. So we're getting there though. Construct or interact with a small container, that's fine. Or interact. Construct or interact with a fuel generator, deposit fuel cells in the fuel. See how, look, let's see, that's taken no time at all, look. Spawn back. Actually, let's grab the metal here. From the metal here, we should be able to complete the storage container. 6. Build material. What are we building there? That is a wall, I think. Right, we can get that in. Yep. Get that in and get that in. And then I think, yeah, the rest of it's just walls, isn't it? So we can do... You can do walls, as I tend to do walls with a view. Do what you like. Really? So we are 3 away. That sucks. 6, let's go for Burke across crop. Let's go for some storage. Storage on my right hand side here. Just a cheeky little box. Don't think it matters anything at all, but we'll build one. That's fine. Utilities will be the power generator, so we'll go and get one of these up and running. I normally put these at the back, but we'll stick it at the back. Hey, oh, that's Daisy at the door, 1 sec. So we'll get that up and running. Right, that's the dog in. Perfect, that should be built and done, so we can now just walk over to that and deposit power.
The Thief console comes with an automatic shield system
That brings
will
the
keep
base
your
online.
safe from the sandstorms. Just keep the generator fueled, or the storms will tear at your walls. And it goes without saying, don't build on open sand.
Yeah, the
Seal
worm
your
will have you.
base, Off-worlder. Maintain good water discipline, and it will keep you alive. You've
So
done
new
well
schematics are
making
available. Let's run
flowers
back over here and grab that
sucking
rock,
sap,
as you can see that rock
but you
spawned
need a
back.
consistent source of water, and the best source out here is blood. Extract it, store it, refine it, and drink it. Raw if you're really desperate, and don't mind throwing up. Actually, don't drink it, unless you really have to.
That should be good, he says. Let's just close the base off for what it's worth. Fabricators, refinery, storage is good. Facilities, let's go back to the walls. Bosh, Bosh, and Bosh. Right, base is built. Absolutely bucket of bolts. Get it. Useless thing. Utilities, no. Fabricators, no. Refineries, no. Okay, so I need to research it, I guess. Research, I do, you cheeky monkey. There it is. So research is a basic, gives you a blood sac and a blood extractor, which is fine. What is this going to do? Filtration system. Why are you not letting me open that? Ah, water from blood. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So we should now be able to craft, crafting under liquids, the improvised blood extractor. So we need salvage metal and we need salvage metal. Salvage metal we know isn't a problem because it's literally outside our base. Sweet. Happy days on that. So we've got a crafting, improvised, and one of those. So that basically means now when we, kill someone, we can extract blood from them, and then the blood we put in the machine, which makes water. Bish bash.
Sector weather alert.
And a bosh.
A large sandstorm is approaching.
Craft blood extractor. Didn't we do that? You're definitely going on 1, 2, 3 for you, sir. Don't have you. Don't necessarily need you. So that constructions tool, do I though? Do I? Yeah, probably going to need to build the... Is he going to let me? Fabricators? No. Do I need to research it? Yes. It's not letting me do that. Fabricator locked. Journey echoes of the past. A fabricate unit capable of producing complex items close to a sub-thief console. Fabricates up to iron production, which is fine. Small ore refinery.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Echoes of the past. Okay. So what are we doing? So we need to do echoes of the past on the old skills. I love doing these. Trauma recovery. Yeah, you just recover so much from that. It's just invaluable. It really is. New beginning. Echoes of the past. A dream and vision, don't really know. Something, unknown, which is fine. Water from blood. So I guess we just continue on. I am going to build myself some med kits though, and then I'm just going to go into the thingy and kick off. Purely because I want to make progress towards the guides, and I don't want to be faffing around for too long. So I just want to head on in and get stuff done. So we'll craft some of that. Let's have a look, see what we've got. So we've got full set of armor on, that's fine. 20, we've got 300 rounds of ammo, we've got a gun, got that. Binos I'm not necessarily fussy about, so this stuff here I'm just going to put in there, so I can get rid of that. I'm not going to use that. I'm going to keep that. I'm going to get rid of that. Definitely don't need that. So all I'm carrying at this point. Really, you're not going to let me drop that in there, really? Okay. Nice. Sandstorm passed. It has passed. Beautiful. Let's go and grab some of this. Nice. Let's get a step ahead of the game because I think... Ooh, we need water though. Yeah, we'll top up on the water over there. Get ourselves right, because when you go down inside there, it becomes a real problem and fast. Certainly on the materials that we have, which is basically bobbins. So there's the water. Power. Yeah, actually, we'll grab this power while we're here, because that'll give it time to spawn back. Because we're going to need that later on. Yep. 24. Bosh. Salvage metal 110. Okay, right. Let's do that because I think that's what it wants me to do. Water from blood. So let's do that. Locate and kill scavengers, extract 2,000 milliliters from cups using improvised blood. That's fine. We can do that. We've got the sack, and we're going to go into here. Imperial testing station number 2. This is where basically you get your first sandbite from. Let's reload. It goes down, and then, yeah. Let's grab ourselves more health though. Bosh, bosh, bosh. Missed it. He's giving us first aid and that kind of good stuff. I might be able to extract from him actually. I can. So we've got 230 mil there, which is not a lot, but that's the way it is. That now opens up the door. Here we go.
Collins has been acting real strange since finding that cause went to
I don't want any of that actually. Just going to. In fact, there's a drinky poos. Excellent.
Welcome to Desert Botanical Testing Station number 2. I am the station supervisor, Dr. Rummel.
Right, I see your head over there moving. That's good. Some movement. Let's see. One down. Those are two though. He's down. So when you've killed them, you can bring over your and then just grab, and then I should get 1,000 from that now because it's my kill. If it's not my kill, you get far less. There we go. So that gives us the 2,000. Now we're good. Research unlock new schematic. Research blood purification. Construct interact with blood purification in your base. Deposit blood into the purifier, which is nice to do. But let's see if we can bypass a little bit of that now. Looking for motors really. Actually, do I have? I do have. I think I can get one more on this. So as you can see, this takes out. So yes, that's it. Now we're at 3,000. This is an ammo crate, a medic crate. Not what we want in any way, shape, or form. Let's E on that. That's what we want. That's exactly what we want. Advanced servos. That's what we want. There's another one as well, which is also blue, but that's our boy. So as you can see at the moment, we literally don't need to do much. I'm just going to run around and kill these people. Once you start going downstairs, that's when the problems start. Oh, yay, 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 yay. Gotcha. Reload that. There we go. Beauty, big old box there. This might contain, yeah, see how this might contain particle capacitors, and those will absolutely take. Power pack Mark 1 as well, so that means that our power pack that we have on here is bobbins. We can now replace that with a power pack Mark 1. Lovely jubbly. And then we just have a look round. Water. Green, so that tends to be money or something or else. And we'll bring them in. Nice. Don't think we have a belt, but green there.
Don't sleep. That's when they come for you. Don't sleep.
Did that have a... Don't think it did it? Did it have something to get us further around? I don't think it did. I'm fine with that. Let's go. Down. Here we go. Once you start going down here, that's when it starts to get a little bit more precarious. But the rewards get better. There we go. Oh, that's a bit... that's not too good on the old R and bejesus, that one, I'm afraid. Yeah, let's just go. Ammo. How are we looking on health? Health is good. We are fully reloaded, I think. 18. Yeah. Ooh. Have you seen a door with a light on? Walk over to it. It means the door is powered. And look at that. There you go. Inside we got here, look. Absolute bargain. 2 of those you may never have got. Plus a chest here. 4 and 4. Very nice indeed, and a cheeky drop of liquid as well. Bargain. And we left that because that's just containing stuff that frankly I don't necessarily want. And the secret is being able to get out of this place with your loot. So we've got 9 and 15 at the moment. Can't remember if that's enough to complete a bike. In fact, I think you have to go down here and round. +3, beautiful. I think you come down here and round, and then there's the key. Yeah. Been here once too many times. Happy days. There we go. That opens up that door down there. So there is normally 1 or 2 down here you can't find, I think. There you go. So that's giving you a Sandbike PSU Mark 1. I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to build. Actually, yeah, because we might need it. We could possibly get out of building that ourselves. But it's just not going to be good quality, which obvious. This is where it gets a little bit spicy. To overcome shield, the enemies use a slowable attacks to penetrate shields, poison or fire damage through their shields. Away we go. This is a bit of a stinker, this. So I need to find him first. I'm sure he was here somewhere. Because he's an absolute wombat to kill. Unless it means I'm going in here. Because you used to have to run into here to kind of hide from him to heal up and stuff. So this gives us our... And then there's the big chests. This is the absolute, what you're after. 6 of them, 6 of them. Sandbike PSU Mark 1, Sandbike PSU Mark 1. You can see they're both damaged, it is as it is. You can take the money, the spice infused dust. I'm really not fussy about that. We ain't going to be using that anytime soon. And I have no intentions on using that.
Still suits, full of holes, stained, summers, jumped.
Sweet.
Welcome to Desert Botanical Testing Station number 2.
Welcome to that.
I am the station supervisor, Dr. Ronald.
Excellent. Now, can we get out of here? Hopefully that takes us up. Ah, there we go. So what you need to do, don't forget to go down here. Absolutely important to go down here because this is the, yeah. Is that another PSU? That's not right, that. Normally you get like 3 separate parts of a bike, so that sucks. God dang it. 2 and 2, that's beautiful. That's very nice, very nice. Sweet, one of those. And I think we are done, actually. So I don't know where the big dude was, couldn't tell you. There's normally a bigger dude in there that's an absolute thundering nightmare to get anywhere near. I think we're just trying to get out of here at this point, if I'm honest. Yeah, we just keep on heading up and heading out. Sweet. Happy days. Oh, here again. We'll just do a quick one. 1 second. What are we looking at here? Particle and that's supposed to come on the bottom there. 1 second. Here we go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. I hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. TMTC1 coming at you with a quick guide on basically where to find your advanced servos and particle capacitors which you'll need to get for your first vehicle. What you're really looking for is a research imperial testing station. It doesn't matter what the number is, but as you can see there, within that it says advanced servos and particle capacitor. It's basically a mini dungeon, if you like. Feel free, head on in and then go down the stairs and complete it all, and you find them in chests. It's as simple as that. Till then, see you in the next one. Good night. Mark that. So now as we come back out, we knew damn well that this was going to be requiring power, so we can come back here now and get more of this. Sweet. Anything. Let's go back to our base, and hopefully it will now allow us to advance just a little bit. That's kind of the master plan. Right, research into... there we go. There, it now allows us to research into the blood extractor. So we will get this thing up and running. It's going to be 6 building material and then into refineries. Where you put this is entirely up to you. I normally put it relatively close to the door. My advice is kind of like, because this gets bigger, it'll take up kind of 2 squares later on in the game for the much more bigger one. So give yourself plenty of breathing space if you're going to do that. This thing doesn't necessarily matter. And as you can see, what we've done over there is basically...
You're probably feeling it by now, Off-worlder. Spice. It's
Positive blood.
everywhere on Arrakis. The air, the sand, the blood. It prolongs life, expands consciousness, and triggers some very vivid dreams.
Oh, there we go. Which we don't care about. Right, I'm going to skip that cutscene. We don't particularly care about that. You guys don't care about that. I just want to create some guides, to be fair, and get that done and dusted, so it just makes sense. Yep. Get up off your knees. Journey introduced. Follow your inner insight to the first trial. I really don't want to do that at the moment. Research. Can I build a fabricator? Journey across the gap. Refine, capable of processing raw resources. Journey across the gap. Surveying tool. That would be nice. Don't care about any of that, don't care about any of that, don't care about any of that. See, it's all locked. Don't want that. Dang it. What do I need to do? Open up the fabricator. That's all I want now is the fabricator. Once I have that, I'm away. Small ore refinery or fabricator unit. Journey, echoes of the past. What's echoes of the past? Right, where are you? There it is. So there's the objective. We need to head there. Right, let's do that. 140 meters that way. Really? Is it? Is it though? No, 300 that way. So it's telling me to go north for one, isn't it, and then south for the other. Yeah, so let's go there. That's our objective. So let's head to that. Right, sprint. So this is trying to get us to do quest 1. So I think there's 8 or 9 of these, which basically, as you progress within the game, it unlocks certain things. Come on, baby. Fuck off, bro. So he should now leave us alone, to be fair, and we're looking for a cave entrance, is the best way to describe it. Follow it round. It normally becomes kind of obvious where they are. I rest my case, Your Honour. As you can see, discovered first cave, and they are genuinely obvious, if that makes sense. They're not too bad. Bish bash bosh. Always head down into them. You start seeing the symbols, and then eventually you'll get to, in theory, a temple like this, where there's normally spice. Hit E, and then you're off on a journey. I think the part 3 isn't. Part 3 is a broken one. Spoilers. Just saying. And here comes the mini side quest. I could do guides on how to do these actually. The final one's a bit of a stickler. I'm going to skip it. I'm just going to run it. I don't particularly care about it. You don't die, you don't lose if you get something wrong. The screen goes bright and it brings you back to kind of like a little bit before where the quest is. These normally take between 30 minutes to between 2 to 5 minutes to complete. Apart from the final one's a right stickler. So this one is, like you said, it's an eye, and what you're trying to do is, you see how it sees you there, you are then trying to basically stay out the way of the eye. And when it goes off like so, you then just run. And then what you're trying to do is dodge the eyes. You see how that's getting bright there? And just keep on running.
When we began our wandering, we suffered. Until suffering was a thing, we came to know.
So there's that eye there. So at this point, I'm just kind of thinking, how do I get cover?
Is suffering. When we found
there's cover.
We
See, there's a rock there. Try and get cover behind it. In fact, I think that one's just closed now, so that's a bargain. Sweet. And then
on Harmontep, we were made to suffer. Our children taken and made slaves. They denied us the heart.
That's just turned around. That looks like that's top down onto you. So
to forget.
Let's see what happens here. Yeah, definitely looks like it's top down and then in.
The weight of a kindly God is a fearful thing. Did not God give us the burning sun to defy?
I'm probably going to go this way.
Suffering leads to defiance. And where does defiance lead?
Yep, right, so that's closed now, so now we absolutely run. We made it, I think. Did we make it? I don't know if we did actually. Don't think we did on that last one. Oh, that one's pretty brutal. Yeah, you see, I think this one's a bit of a stinker. This one. Really? Can I not get over? Why can I not get over that? There we go. Now we're on. So I think what we'll do is we'll stay here and just wait for it to close, because it's being a bit of a mare there. I'm not sure how much time that buys us. There we go.
Ibn Qutayba. Defiance
Sure what else so difficult all of a sudden.
thought. Who is it that thinks?
Who is it?
Those who suffer. Remember Harmontep.
Here we go. We made it. Wall lights up. You learn a new ability or skill or something, and away we go.
Who is it that thinks? Those who suffer.
Here we go. Glowy wall. What does he remember? Bish bash bosh. The suit. The suit. Give me my fabricator. In fact, that might give us the fabricator, because I think you need a fabricator to build that. He says. She comes. Skip the cutscene.
Still there, off-worlder. Your signal drifted for a moment. No matter. A thought occurs. When the Sardaukar began their purge, many Fremen were slaughtered. The ones that were not abandoned their caves.
Showcase I found throughout the Arachnis. Entrances are covered in water, traps, humanity, yada yada yada. There we go. So we need an EMF generator and something else. So what we can do is just press M here and have a look for kind of like a cheeky little cave. So scavenger camp's a no. That's a no. It is there. Refuge area. This one might as well, actually. In fact, we're already in one, so. Come across around here just to see what it does. No, nothing there. That sucks. Sometimes you do get a little chest for your reward, but not on this occasion. So Moisture Seal Cave, you can see it just above my little head there, is exactly what it is. That's what it's looking for. Or none of these, none of these. The closest one to ours, so what's that? Is there. So we need to head back to base and then head over to there, I think, and drop some stuff off. Gather EMF generators and gather fabricators ×6. That sucks. Alright, we'll start running. Bargain. I don't know if we've got 6 actually. I think we died, didn't we? And getting 6 I think might be an issue. That might take a sweet minute, that. Dang it. When are you going to do marbles again? Oh, that's a good question. I haven't done marbles in such a long time. I don't honestly know the answer to that, dude. I don't honestly know the answer. It is... I know I'm on holiday soon, as in like less than a month I'm on holiday, and I plan to be spending some time. I plan to be doing this game. Let's put the batteries down. These things I don't really need to carry. Oh, that's actually, we can learn that. So an Imperial Permit, I think we could just learn that. Yep, let's research that. Bosh, happy days. Let's put that... That's a good question. Take it you enjoyed the marbles then, dude. And... Right, let's go and head to that cave, because that's obviously what we need to do now. That's our goal. Head in there and grab some microfibers. Up here somewhere. I didn't like the marbles. Yeah, it's kind of one of those as well, because I haven't streamed in such a long time that... oh, that's actually on a separate rock. Because I haven't streamed in such a long time, not many would turn up, I don't think, as well, unless I absolutely just advertised it. There's a sandbox somewhere. Nice boys. So I definitely need to go into that Moisture Seal Cave. Let's grab that. See, that's only give us 1, which sucks. It's normally more than that. And don't forget, because we've actually killed some people, I know, take the blood, you'll get 3,000. Take it. Bish bash and bosh. Nice, that's some nice microfiber there. We'll take that, absolutely. And we've got some there as well, so that completes that. Whoo, that's nice. I didn't think we were going to do that, actually. I thought that was going to take a couple of caves. Water at the top as well. So we will drink that. Not really fussy about use here. Echoes of the past, so we need to do what? Harvest plant fibre, mine copper ore, and salvage metal. We can do that back at our base. So let's start heading back at our base. Plant fibre we've got, I'm fine with that. So, not quite sure. Oh, for a still suit. Okay, so this is building this next set of armour. Okay. Salvage metal down there, so we'll go and grab that while we can. I don't want to use too much of that because there's copper there, so we're fine. Again. And we do know where there is copper. There's metal outside of our base, so we don't care. These are their bases. So anything that we can kind of swipe in this area, in fact, there you go, there's 2 copper there. So we'll take that. Yoink. Oh no, it's only 1. Harvest plant fibre, really? Oh, okay, it's because we dropped a lot off, didn't we? Do like marbles. I like the neutrality of marbles. It's very unique. In you just roll the dice and run with it. I enjoy it as well. But it's probably getting people back online now because I haven't streamed in such a long time. It's just going to be like starting from scratch, really. Which I have no problems in doing. Do I want... What am I missing here? Salvaging metal. Well, there's metal by my base. So I'm okay with that. I'll grab this one here, because I know there's another one closer to my base. So new schematic available. I wonder if that's going to tell me... Yeah, there you go. Research the fabricator. Now we're in. So what we can do is, what does it say? Return to your base and drink water from the purifier. So let's just hold E to drink. There we go. So that does that. But we can now drop off more because we picked up another 2 there. So we can drop that off. So we are producing our own water at this stage. Fabricator, we need to do a... Oh, helps if I research it first, I suppose. Research. There she is. Fabricator. Process ore. What's the gap? That goes to the past. That's what we want. Oh, see, we've done. Oh, okay. Sandbike assembly. I think we've done that already, haven't we? That's fine. That is what are you trying to point out? Ah, okay, he's trying to point out the scavenger skill suit there. 6. There it is. So that's the standard kind of fabricator. Bargain. Let's just get you in there and get you built. Lovely jubbly. He's probably going to tell us to now construct. Yeah, fabricate. Complete scavenger skill suit, which is on here. So 1. What do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Just give me my bike. I'm out of here then. Damn. What you can do is come over to here. Actually 6 crafting storage. We can build another storage here. It doesn't necessarily matter because we've got salvage outside anyway. And then come over to here. Take off the armor. So let's face it, we're not going to need it. Stick it back, stick it back, stick it back, stick it back. We can do that. That's fine. We can't put these in here now. That sucks. Actually, I can take that out and then put those 2 in. What do we have? Just as close to go, I think. There we go. That should be. Yeah, that's
Just
part of the story.
remember, if you didn't connect the tubes between the cats and the thigh pads just right, you'll be drinking your own liquefied feces. And that does not count as hydration, by the way. I have good news, Offworlder. My leg has recovered enough that I will risk it to move forward. I know a place in your sector where we can meet. Craft a survey device so you can figure out how to get there and join me.
Beautiful. 6. Here we go. Utilities is fine. Fabricators, refineries. I need to research it again. I've done it again, haven't I? Research, sir. An absolute small ore refinery. Yes, please. What do you need? Research, surveying kit, construct and interact with a small ore refinery. So those are fine. Research, so let's go to 6. Build a refinery, and we want a ore refinery. Doesn't necessarily matter which, so we'll whack that into there. Bosh, happy days. And then we'll start going into there. Over to here, press E. Copper ingots, please. Max amount of copper ingots. Right. Refined copper oil, research, surveying kit. That surveying kit is so useful. There she is. Why can I not research that? Now I can. Thank you. Fabricate probe, over to here. Bosh. Survey probe. And the probe itself. So the launcher and then the probe. Let's have 2 actually. While that's doing that, I'm going to run out here because I know the battery pack was out here, wasn't it? Where was the battery pack? Was it out here? Yeah, the battery pack's out here. Because I'm going to need that, I guess, for the vehicles. What I think what it's going to do is it's going to tell us to go and get high ground, do a survey of the area, and then tell us we need to get out of here. So we're going to need to head up there. Bargain. Up.
Wait.
What's push to talk? Oh, he's gone. That's fine. Let's do that. That's fine. We can grab this now.
Did you get a probe made? Good. Static discharge from the sandstorms makes map data extremely unreliable on Arrakis. But if you can get it high enough, a handheld probe can gather enough local data to give you a snapshot of the region.
There we go.
Climb somewhere high and fire off the probe.
Is it 4?
Just don't
4.
let the Sardaukar spot you.
So let's see what we need. We need an additional 37 meters to climb up. I think we're doing. I'm pretty sure that we found a way. It wasn't. We found a way up just by running up, didn't we? So you can climb up as well, and then you'll stop at certain areas or certain points to rest. So you can do that, and that is perfectly doable. In fact, we might be doing that here actually, because this place looks like it's got relative nice places to rest on, which means we can do that. So let's start to climb here. Press spacebar as well, and then use a little bit more stamina. And in theory, if you didn't push yourself off, it's fine. Once you get to a little resting spot like that, it's probably worth doing, as daft as it sounds. Wait for your stamina to go back up, and if you stop again, always start looking for your next rest point. That's important. Where are we? 4. So we need an additional 14 meters. Can I get a rest point there? Yeah, see there's a rest point, but I didn't do much. I'm looking possibly up there. Wait for me stamina to refill, otherwise we're in trouble. And I'm going to start walking towards the left because I can't help thinking that this just looks like a better place where I'm going to get a rest here. Nope, that sucks. There we go. There. Send it. So perhaps away. So this is going to open up basically all of the map here now, because we're now researching the basin. Hopefully that then tells us that we need to get across the gap and we need to build our sand bike, and we're out of here. We're done, baby.
Very good. I'm going to the Griffin's Reach trade post. Come and find me there. Just remember to be careful crossing the sands. Move from rocky ground to rocky ground. Learn how far you can move on sand before the worm comes. And remember, look both ways before you cross the desert.
Travel to Griffin's trade post. Where's Griffin's trade post? Is that going to let us do the bike though? No. Across the gap. Really? That's nice, man. The Fremen Death still, that's nice. So we've opened up everything there, which I'm fine with. I would rather open up that though. Travel to Griffin's trade post. Pick up the first contract of scrap metal chain from the contract book. Deliver copper ore to contract. Okay. Well, there's copper ore. Let's see what he wants to give us. Let's go and drop some stuff off first. We're okay on water. We can grab this copper here, because it says we're going to need some copper. So that's fine. And it says deliver required copper ore to contract board, and then contract issuer. Pick up the first contract in the scrap metal chain from the contract board. Vehicles, yeah, vehicles are still not operational for me. God damn, really. Where is it? Griffin's, which is there. Travel to Griffin's, which is fine. Pick up salvage metal. So we'll take a salvage metal and copper with us. I think that's just going to make sense. That's the trade post in the distance. You can see the big lights on it up there. We're just going to run it. Run it, run it. I was fine getting up to that thing was a pain in the booty, you know. Wasn't there copper? Yeah, see the copper there? So we'll grab that copper there as well, just in case, because and they're beautiful. You know it's not going to be one, it's not going to require one, it's going to require a multitude of. So let's just deliver that and see what that gives us. Excellent. Because we're heading into sandworm territory there, what I am going to do is come over here and just stay close enough to the wall that the sandworm's not going to get me. Pick up the first contract, scrap metal chain, deliver required copper ore. Yep. And right, let's go. There. See how that's like a way up there with like a lamppost or whatever? That's going to be a way up to that. They're normally marked. If not, if you are a trooper, you can just start going up the walls and stuff, but I am not, so unfortunately for me, I'm going this way. There's more copper here as well, so we're going to grab the copper ore just because it makes sense. If you've got to do the delivery anyway, you may as well just bob on and get it done. What you been doing yourself, you know? How you been passing the time, sir? See, look at this place. Ooh. Left his sub-FIFA out in the open though. Damn! Okay. But built on the basin as well, so that's fine. Some of these people absolutely drive you nuts. You can build pretty much most places, but they build right in the darn way, which drives you mad. Another sub-FIFA here, look. No access. Because it's the beta weekend as well, I'm guessing some people are just going to have left already. There we go.
Alas, Offworlder, it seems my fame precedes me even here, at the arse end of the Haga Basin. Your Emperor's lackey, Count Fenring, has put an obscene bounty on my
The
head.
first contract with scrap metal.
And while I'm flattered to be his great boogeyman, the added attention is making life complicated. Take a look around. There's a contract on the board that might interest you, but be careful. Civilized men are not to be trusted.
There we go. Buy a unique Harger Litogen schematic from the merchant. Merchant is over here. And this thing...
Hey, stop. So perhaps you'll give us the courtesy of who you are? And while you're at it, not a talk. Name's Mir. I do the trading and the talking. My silent partner here does the fighting.
So scroll
And there's
yourself
the
down, you can
contract
see all the
board
advanced
in
servos here, the
corner,
micro sandwiches,
if
the
you
particle
need wood.
capacitors, all that kind of good stuff you're looking for. Where is it? The citrogen, wasn't it? A cup of water now. Let's see if we can find it now. There it is. Oh, so at the top, okay. Yep. He's probably going to tell us to learn it. Pick up the contract scrap metal wrecking crew. Yeah. There we go. I don't think I did this actually. Yeah, reach the wreck of a crane, acquire a Holtzman amplifier, deliver a Holtzman amplifier.
You're
See, I'm going
going
to take it.
find, Offworlder, that Arrakis is a planet of unique opportunity. No former prisoner would ever have access to the military technology of the great houses. But with the war, chaos reigns. Ships crash and are shot down, sometimes spilling military-grade materials onto the sands. The Fremen know the ways of the desert and how to do a lot with very little. The Imperium, on the other hand, have infinite resources and the production capacity of countless worlds. Plunder them, Offworlder. There is a shipwreck near here. Slip inside and claim your share of the spoils.
So I think what we're going to do is let's grab the copper that's here, because I was thinking, if I remember right, we're going to need copper for the vehicle. So let's just grab the copper rather than have to wait for it later on. We'll just grab the copper, go via base. Reach the wreck, and the wreck will travel to the shipwreck. Okay, so that's the separate thing altogether. Those guys are going to be pulling the worm, I think. So that could be problematic for me. Play a lot of Warhammer Space Marine 2, brother, damn. Come on. Come on. I think we made that. Excellent. Ooh, that's a bloody someone coming to get me. That's a big old base. And have you blocked everything? No. I used the shadow though, so I'm not cooling down too quick. I'm fine with that. Back to the copper there. So we'll grab that copper ore there. Then we'll start the base refining that. This is why I was around this place, because the what you can do is go up to this dude up here. I'll show you what I used to do, just because it makes sense. You come up to here, you hit him with a Q, because he's then just coming at you, so he's not really causing you any issues or problems. Go to your 7. Yeah, let's heal up first. Go to your 7. Take out the liquids, the blood, and then go home. Put the blood of them, because they're basically a constant source of water, and then you can just whip on over and drop the blood off, and away you go. Right, let's get ourselves reloaded. In we go. Bosh into the machine. Drop off the blood that we've just picked up from him. Water's filling up. You can actually now go to the fabricator, I think, and because we've got one of these, we need a copper ingot and spice infused. So the spice infused we never picked it up down the road, did we? God dang it. You know the 5 spice that was down the bottom there? Didn't pick it up, did we? We suck. That's on us. That's on us. Which is fine, so we can now do the copper ingots that are here. We'll just set that on a max amount of 70. I'm alright with that. Everything is running. 304, 200, bosh, bosh, bosh. Right, so now we need to go and head to the... we don't have a lot of fluids, actually. Oh, we actually got fluids in our still suit, so I'm alright with that. There. You see that little thing over there? That's a ship. Doggy. Da-da-da-da-da-da. That's a bit of it. If I remember right, this is a reasonable sized wreck as well. God damn it. And I can't remember if there's water or liquids there. It's another place I've built as well. Oh, we can't sprint. Damn. So we definitely know we're out of water when we can't sprint. Shipwrecks are massive structures, often visible from afar due to their sheer size. Green map marker. Yeah. I'm looking for water at this stage. In fact, I think there's water here. Yeah, I can just see it. I can just see it. We've got 16 medkits on us, so I'm okay with that. Everything's fine. We'll go in there and get some stuff. Gather mechanical parts, gather plasteel fibre. I'm okay with that. Research the wreck. No, reach the wreck. Not research the wreck, reach the wreck. So again, we'll have a drink. We'll just top up what we can. That gives us a little something, something. Let's go. We will have to fight our way in, I think. We are getting heat stroke as well. Oh yeah, we've definitely got to fight our way in. Recognise this one. She's a big old girl too. Are we loaded? We are loaded. Let's see if we can stay out of the way of people. Definitely know that. Let's get in. There's normally a door here as well at the bottom. Let's see how fast we can get this done. Oh, it's been breached already. Damn. Okay. I like it. There's the parts, so I'm fine with that. That is pretty much all there is in this area. Upstairs we go, and upstairs we go. Damn. Oh. Where am I? 3. Thank you. Acquire a Holtzman amplifier. Soldier. Bish bash bosh. Because we can grab some fluids from him actually as well. May as well do that while we're here. I think there's normally, yeah, there it is. Grab that. Oh, there's 7 infused spice there, bargain, which means we've now got water. Beautiful, beautiful, and that is done. We have completed that. Harvest materials to upgrade your armor and weapons. 160. There you go. 160 ore. So there's another one down here somewhere. Yeah. And I don't think there is any more down here. Used to be sometimes there's stuff like here.
Mayday, Mayday. This is Ensign Meredith commanding Alcyon.
That's it. Sweet. Somebody's already been there. Happy days, happy days. Mine copper ore. Definitely the battery though. We'll take that battery. That copper there, I see a slight glimpse. I did see a slight glimpse of blue. We will take that. It didn't give us the amplifier though, did it? Didn't give us the amplifier. Oh. Dang it. You know, I'm not really fussy about completing that wrecking crew though. I just genuinely aren't. I can get one of those from another point. I would rather RTB, get the 160 in copper, because I know there's copper here, so that's fine. Oh, now I know why you didn't get any copper ore. We blew it all, didn't we? We made ingots. That's why there's no copper ore. We made ingots. Let's do on this side, please. Thank you. Right, done. Research scavenger rags, copper 30, and can do a fabricate a full set of scavenger rags, fabricate a full copper. Oh. We are dying. I didn't drink water, did I? I am an idiot. Not the smartest thing to do. Do we have any liquids or fluids down here? We don't at the moment. We do have by base, which is 400 away, but we can't sprint at the moment. If we start to die, which we are, I can see our health going down, I may have to drink from the Femin's suit. We may have to drink from the suit. We know we've got liquids at home, so we're fine with that. See if we get less than halfway. If we get less than halfway, we'll start to combat that. That's the only way to do it, isn't it? There we go. There's liquids or fluids, so we're fine. There we go. Screen's gone back to normal. Everything should start to go back up. Excellent. While we're here, we'll grab the copper. I'm going to need it. Beautiful. In that space. Horseman amplifier, I'm not really fussy about. Let's put this in there. Let's deposit that, please. Now I might be able to actually make. I can. That. Microfiber sandwiches is fine. Got 5 or 7 of that. 16 copper ingots. Yeah, we're going to make that. That hydrogen is a liquid carrier, which means we can now carry our own water. And it's extremely valuable at this level, which is fine. So what does it? We need to do now? Research scavenger rags. So research scavenger rags, and the copper 38, wasn't it? and the, yes, those. So we needed to do that, which is fine. Intel for 2 for the bike, which we're fine with. So we need to fabricate a full set of rags and fabricate a copper 38. So the copper 38, what do you need? You are just basically mechanical parts and copper ingots. So we can do that. And then scavenger stuff here is copper ingots. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll do that. We actually have in our suit here liquid. So we're going to drink all that liquid before we take this suit off. So that should top up our liquid just a little bit. It only says fabricate those. It doesn't say we have to use them. We'll take the gun though, because obviously that gun is far better than what we have at the moment. So we can now just drop that. That's just bobbins, don't really care about it. Over to here. Let's get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, because this stuff and this stuff and this stuff is the one. We've got 3 of these Kindle things, Jesus. And yet we're just crafting one, I think. Oh, we're not crafting one, are we? No, we're not crafting one. Let's see which one's the best. That is that. That's just a much better thing. Let's drop that, drop that, drop that. Absolutely keeping hold of that. That and that I don't particularly care about at the moment.
I've crossed the Vermilius Gap, Off-Worlder, and I still haven't shaken my unwanted followers. I'm afraid I must delay our reunion until... well, I fear drastic measures might be required. But fear not, Off-Worlder. You've come this far alone. I'm impressed. You're a long way from that mewling mauler I dragged from the wreckage of the Proteus.
Let's do that.
Listen. You'll need a vehicle to cross the sands to the
baby.
Paranorth and reach the
Now
gap.
we're away.
But vehicles require components that aren't created here on Arrakis.
Good enough for me.
Arrakis has
Now
a
we're
long
away.
history, Off-Worlder. More than you might imagine.
Yeah. Research.
Some things, like
Thank
the
you.
Imperial testing stations, contain echoes of the past. But more importantly, they contain stockpiles of components you need.
What
Just
do we need?
Be careful. Those
Copper
old
ingots.
ruins are a beacon for all kinds of
So
scum.
we did collect copper, didn't we? So we did collect copper. Copper ingots, please. Max amount of 51. Go. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. And now we can start to get our vehicle up and running. So we want a hull, craft, chassis, craft, an engine. What are we missing on engine? So we're missing 1 copper ingot for the engine, which is now there. Sandbike PSU and a chair, so I don't particularly give monkeys about that. So what I can do now is 6, go to favourites, and then what we want is a Bosch. Just one of these. So we can put this on the side, and then this on the side here. Materials. Where was that cheeky little rock around here? Thank you. Excellent. Perfect. Play a lot of Warhammer. Oh yeah. Ah, that's what I was doing. Is that going to let me? Oh, it's just outside the claim. Really? Right, there's plenty of room there to put my bike on. Plenty of room. So what I can do now is come into here, give it one of these, grab these, come over to my building tool. Ah, is it vehicle constructor tool? Ah, I wonder if I need the vehicle constructor tool. Stand by. Welding torch. There she is. Need the welder. Without that, scuppered. And then with the welder you should get... Let's grab that. Thank you, sir. Where did the welder go? She didn't go anywhere. I normally swap these out between the builder and that. So now what I can do is, you see, we get the sand bike chassis at this stage, because let's face it, she's now good to go. So we'll get the chassis in place. I'll stick that there, and there it goes. The PSU. Let's get that on. She's on. Let's get the bodywork on. So that's good. So this thing's starting to take some shape. Hopefully this thing is still doing what it says on the tin. Yes, there's at least another 22 bars. But while I'm there, I will run over and just make sure that there's, see if this has spawned back, which it has. So we'll grab that as well while we're doing it, because we're going to need it. Latest taters. Going to need to fuel it as well, so the battery, that actually we'll just grab the battery that's here, because we're going to need to fuel that bike. Sweet. And then we're out of here. We is out of here. In vehicles, so we did that PSU. Actually, we've got the engine, didn't we? Let's grab a PSU. I know there's 3 of them behind me sitting there. That's fine. We'll grab a seat, and then after that, it's tracks 1, 2, and 3. So that should complete our sand bike. Let's see if I have the research for vehicles. Oh, really? You're gonna do me a dirty like that? No. Oh, requires 18. Spent 18 of 19. Oh, that's harsh. Really? Damn it. Yeah, these are locked behind stories. Look, very useful. That should unlock this in a sec. Once we've built everything. What's it building? So get this on 6. Get on the side. On she goes. There's the chair, which basically means now we have the tracks. Tracks are just coming out now. There's 1, 2. The 3rd one builds. 1, 2. Let's stay out of the way of that bad boy. Don't want anything to do with him. Not yet, anyway. Fabricate a sandbike tread. 3, 6. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've just done that. Out of fuel. And abandoned and unsheltered vehicle. Well, this definitely isn't abandoned or unsheltered. Thank you. Fabricate sandbike treads. Why is that saying that I haven't done that? And I have. Because I think that's not going to let me continue where I need to be until that registers that. It sucks. Right, here's what we're going to do. We are going to take it off. So we go 6, and then what we can do is you go to detach, and then I'm going to detach that. And detach that. There we go. Now we'll just assemble it again. Research a small chemical refinery. This thing is just, yeah, the dog's biscuits. And swap out the welder for the building tool. Oh. Yeah. 6 refineries, and here she is, the small cam. What are we missing on the cam? Copper ingots by the mass bucket load by the look of it. Is that what we're missing? Copper ingots. Max 10. We'll run back over here and grab another one. I'm fine with that. And then we can go and start our run around to do the tutorials and guides and stuff. Once you make it across, I think we're pretty safe. Once we make it across and do the rest of the tutorials or the guides, I'm pretty sure we are. Just need to get the bike done. Power is done as well, so that's good. It will be. So there's another 10. How many do we need, sorry, for that? It was 6. What do we need? 45. Ow. Ow. So at least another 20, which means we don't have enough, which means we need to go and get some more. There is more. Actually, what I might do is kill that dude there as well, get some blood, because then I can take the water with me and we can just get gone.
There's someone here.
Oh, that's a nice gun. Much better than the other one. Right, so we can do that, that's fine. And I think there was copper. Is it on the cliff here? Where was it? There. Gotcha. Let's get out of the way for it falls on our head. So 20 copper, that should be another, so 40 copper should be another 20 copper. That should give us enough for everything that we need. After that, we basically just need power for the vehicle itself. But we need to keep, yeah, we need to keep this thing spinning. There we go, there's 20. If that ain't spinning, it's not making what we want, and that means we're not progressing. Oh, I'm almost tempted to drink that. Sure there was a cop around here somewhere as well, you know. Like that. Okay, that's fine. Didn't spawn back, dang it. Are we starting to get below there? Not quite. What's up? Long time no see. How you doing, Brother G? Good to see you, my mucker. Are you well? I'm literally just about, I'm doing guides and tutorials, or just doing guides at the moment. But I need to, I've done as much as I can at the moment in this area. So I'm just building the copper to get my refinery machine up and running. I've finished building my first quad bike, so she is sitting there looking handsome and beautiful. But I can't move yet because I don't have the power. And the only way to get the power is through the refinery, and so this is power. So I've got the power ready to go. I need to build the refinery, and the refinery, there we go, she spawned back. The refinery's just not there yet, G. Just not there, so hopefully within the next 2 or 3 minutes I'm on the bounce, and then I can just go and start doing the rest of the guides. It's taken me about 2 hours to get to this stage, which sucks. What more is there in transportation can you make? In this being a beta weekend, not much. Let me just start this doing, brother, and I'll show you. Copper ingots, max 10, go. So vehicle-wise, under the research tree, if you go to vehicles, your basic speeder bike or your sand bike Mark 1, then you get the sand bike Mark 2, which requires iron, so you get copper, iron, steel, you then get your sand bike Mark 3 and the buggy Mark 3. And each vehicle has its own little add-ons like storage, welding tool to fix it and stuff. Sandbike Mark IV is aluminium. The Scout Ornithopter, that's when you start. So aluminium is when you start to get airborne, game changing. The Buggy Mark IV, so that's an improvement on the Buggy Mark III. The Buggy Cutter Array, more storage, sandbike boosters, the Ornithopter scan mode, so the Ornithopter can have kind of like sandbags for storage and stuff and scan. Durellium then brings you into the Buggy Mark V, the Assault Ornithopter, so that's when you start getting to some bigger boys. Sandbike Mark V, Ornithopter, Assault Ornithopter rocket launchers, nice. Welding torches and that kind of good stuff, and then plasteams you get into Buggy Mark VI, a Sand Crawler Mark VI, or you find in the environment. So I'm just doing that now. I'm just doing the guides on the ore, just about to. The Carrier Ornithopter. So that, and then you get the Carrier as well, and then the lock on, yeah. So it depends, yeah, but the ore is, so you start off with copper. So I've already done the guide for copper, which is basically that stuff there. It's blue, big and blue. So you get little bits and bobs like that, so you can pick them up. Standard rock. So this is what your base is built out of. Standard rocks like that. So you get your cutter array, you right click on it, draw the line, bosh, there's some granite for you. And that's how you mine basically. It's just as simple as that. You find what it is that you want to mine and then mine it. Providing that your cutter array, so this is an improvised cutter array, which means it's an absolute bag of bobbins, has the ability to cut it. So let's have a look now. Let me see if I've got enough now to build this. I have. She's up and running. Beautiful. Give me a small vehicle. Can I do a medium? No, let's do a small and do 2, 3. Let's do 3. Right, so we're building power for the bike now. Let's go to our blood supply. Oh, we've still got, let's deposit the blood. Oh, it's full. So let's extract the water now. So this is what I'm saying about extracting the water. This was very useful because it's a carrying canister. So as you progress through the storyline, that's a carrying canister that carries water for you, which is absolutely mwah. You get that early on, and that's what that's doing. So what we've done is when we've basically killed people, you've taken the blood from them, you put your blood into the processing blood purifier, which then turns that into water. You then put the water into a canister and you can drink. And then depending on your armor set, this armor is a scavenger still suit. So as you can, just below the scavenger still suit, you can see the where it says 4V, that's volts, depending on the power. That's collecting water as I'm going along. So your craft inside of it is, that's your basic schematics for basic armor, dodgy knife. After that you go into liquids, so that's where you start getting fluids. As you progress, more things open up. Combat, light darts, improvised mortar pistol, gets into the bigger armor. Construction tool, cutter array, power packs, and then binoculars and that kind of stuff. But for research wise, when you want to research that, so now this has opened up, look, I can now research a water cistern, so it tells you what to recommend underwater. So you can go all the way up. That's nice. The Fremen Death still. Eventually you end up being able to collect your own water. I think it's here. You can then collect your own water, which is good. Weapons wise, ugh, it's disgusting. Standard disruptor, grenade launcher, Karpovs, knives, mini pistols, swords. And you get down here, then you can specialise into like the sniper rifle, sawn-off shotgun. That thing's disgusting, by the way. And then when you get down here, where is it? There you go, G. Uh-huh. A minigun. Yep. You get a minigun. And oh, just because. A radiation suit. Yep. Yeah, it's very good. So I'm just about to go and show. Bloody knew it. I'm just about to show. So how do you get the basic stuff? So the basic stuff is you can just craft it yourself by pressing B. You bring up your crafting, the basic stuff here. So the first thing you do is you build yourself an improvised power pack and an improvised cutter array. That improvised power pack and cutter array allows you to mine copper, which is the blue over there. So if I want to mine, because they spawn back very quickly, G. They spawn back very quickly. If you want to mine copper, you come over here, you switch to your cutter array, you right click to scan it, and there's a line, and you follow the line. And there you go, I've just grabbed 40 copper. Plants, because I'm below quarter, I can press E, and that will hydrate me, but eventually later on when you get the scythe, you can then harvest the water from the leaves, which is just the way it goes. You will also see fat things like this. This is where you get the scrap metal from. So that's scrap metal. You see how it says efficiency good on the end of it as I do it? I'll do it on this one as well. It will say good efficiency. If I get a better cutter array, I get better efficiency, which means I mine more. How do you know what material it is then you're mining? Does it say what kind of rock it is? Just about to show you that, G, because that's the guides that I'm doing, brother. That's the guides that I'm doing now. So I mean, I may as well just put that on there, doesn't matter. And it's all based on your area, is the be all and end all. So let me just take that out of there, which is fine. So vehicle wise, come over to your vehicle. So this is our vehicle now. You can press F for more, and then at the bottom there it says refuel. And there you go. We have now refueled the vehicle. Bosh. Let me just get out. You can see the sand or the sun that's coming up there. That means I'm going to get sunstroke. If I get sunstroke, my water drops down massively, which I don't want to be doing. I also now need to start looking at a marker to see how I see land there. I think I'm going to come around to here. Yeah, I'm going to come around to there. That's good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drink the liquids from my still suit. So you come over to here and then you just press F to drink, and that drinks the liquid from your still suit, which will top us back up hopefully, and I can come over to here as well. And now this is completed doing the cup, so I can extract the water. That puts the water into there. Yes, absolutely right, G. Yep. If you don't, you're in trouble. Absolutely in trouble. So what I'm going to do now is where's that blood bag? Why is that on there? I'm just going to swap that over. Right, let's do it. Let's move on to the second area. So this is actually I may as well just show you, brother. This is the first area, Hagar Basin. This is your starting area, all of this. All this is your starting area. So we're now off to the second area, area 2, if you like. Has that now opened up everything for me? It has. Okay. Okay. Ooh, though. Can I? No. Yes, I can. Oh, cutter array Mark 1. New cutter array. Beautiful. There you go. You can just see it being built there. Very nice. In fact, I'll show you the difference now between the cutter arrays. So hopefully this is spawned back. Yeah, so these are spawned back. So if I use my basic cutter array on this, I got 48 salvage goods on good efficiency. So now if I change over to my new one, oh yeah, bosh, there she is. $58 on good efficiency. So it gives me an additional 10. Very nice. But that also means I can mine the next item. So I'm going to get rid of that. Right, let's go. Right, I think I'm in the shadows now. There, which is
That's
fine.
it, Off-Worlder. You're ready. I'm waiting in Mirzabar. That's the great rock formation that looks like a giant hammer. Be careful. Vehicles are fast, but nothing can outrun Shaialud. You can only hope to get between safe areas more quickly. I'll see you soon.
Yeah. Where am I? I am. Sweet. Just bring that up. Right, let's do it. Where's the sound? Is he? Oh, good. Oh, actually. I think I've got one loaded anyway, so I'm fine with that. I want to go to there. So the reason why I put a marker there is the sandworm will absolutely come and just savage me alive. That's just a given. But I want to get out of here. I disagree with that kind of building. A building that blocks a passageway, I disagree with. Right, let's get out of here. Now we need to beat the sandworm. So what I was trying to do at the start of the game was basically make it to that. One away, baby. One away. Wish us luck. Any idea how the character will be transferred from the character creation that we made earlier? I don't think it is. I don't know, G, is the honest answer. Have I just absolutely stuffed up here? Ooh, have I? Yep. Oh, that's not good. This needs to be real close. And I mean real close. Nope. That's where we're headed. Nope. We're going to take a detour. Run! Run! Woo! Ha ha! Run! Nailed it. Never a doubt. Never a doubt. There you go. Right, I need somewhere tall. That looks tall. That does look tall. How much do I need to go for? 151. What? Damn. This is the next one. Actually, this is. I think this is just iron. I think. Yeah. One sec, G. Intro time and guide. One sec. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. I hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. TMTC1 coming at you with a real quick guide into your next set, literally, of crafting schematics and that kind of good stuff. This is iron. Iron is literally just north of your starting area of Haga Basin in eastern Vermal Gap. It looks kind of like this is the best way to describe it. Exactly the same principles apply. You right click on it, you scan it, and there is your iron ore. Have fun with that. Look forward to seeing you next one. Until then, stay safe. Take it easy. Good night. Bosh, beautiful, beautiful. And now I want to do. See, this is the point where I'm just going to create guides, G, on the. See the red circle there? Quicksand, brother. Quicksand says no. But I want to go up to there. You see where that white stuff is there that's flashing? The white stuff in the distance. That's where I want to be, dude. That's where I want to be, really. Beautiful. 100 meters. That might be doable there. There she is. Oops. Now, if I go over there, am I going to get sand wobbled? Hang on. Quicksand. That's fine. Am I going to get sand wobbled? I'm not getting sand wobbled. Beautiful. I like it, I like it, I like it, I like it. So, crafting wise, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll grab one of it just because. Flower sand. Let me just move the bike a bit closer to land. Just. Yep. Oh, I didn't put a marker in for that one, did I? Damn it. Flower sand. Here we go, baby. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. I hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. TMTC1 coming at you with another quick guide on basically where to get your flower sand from. As you're progressing around the desert, you will see areas like this that are just literally on the floor. If you're running out and you start to see the sand sign, bear in mind that that tends to mean that the worm is coming. You can literally go down like that, and as you can see, I'm picking up flower sand. This symbol here, I'm not going to spoil the game for you, but as you progress down the Fremen storyline, let's just say collecting that stuff gets a whole lot easier. Hope you found that useful, because you will require a bucket ton of that. See you in the next one. Good night. Mark that, click that, do that. Nuclear area, G. Nuclear area, brother. Never wrong to have a tutorial videos. Don't look forward to playing it. Only 4 weeks to go. Yeah, this was the beta test weekend, G. If you've pre-ordered it, you could have gone on it. So let me just see where I am in relation to the map. I know exactly where I am, I think. I don't want to be. Come on, baby. There, that's fine. That's fine. So I'm trying to make my way over to basically east now. East is the next set of areas. So we've got the flower sand. We've got the second one. So that's the second one, which is iron, which is that bad boy there. So there's iron. Loving my work. Man, your sand bike is not in good shape. Yep. That sand bike is not in good shape at all. So there's that, that's fine. Bish bash and a bosh. Nothing to do with that. That's iron, that's iron, that's iron. Oh, is this where I think it is? This is exactly where I think it is. Do we risk it for a biscuit? Oh, this is where I think it is. Yeah, we're going to risk this. The quicksand through here is disgusting, but it's going to save me a bucket load of time. Here we go. Yeah. Was he active that quick? Oh, don't tell me it's not going to let me through there. That's going to suck. What's the blue? Is that blue line for that? Is it? No. Harsh. Oh, that's done dirty, man. Oh. Run, family. No, I'm out. I'm wondering then if it's... So, is it going to let me do steel? Is it going to let me do steel? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. That's looking... Ah. Oh, that sucks. I wonder if the limit's carbon then. No, I'm gonna see if I can get up there. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh fudge! The dunes have opened up. That's bad. Yoink. No. Ooh. Oh, fudge. Oh. 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 Hell no. Right, let's go around. You are dehydrated. Yes, I am. Okay, so we need water. Uranium or plutonium. So you do get power in generators. You get power in generators, G. And ooh, let's just grab a quick drink. Let's just lick a plant. Beautiful. Might as well grab that while it's there. What power do you get? You get wind power. Yeah, wind power, water collectors as well. Water collectors get big, man. They get sizable beasts. What is powering the generators? Standard power cells, brother. These things, fuel cell. Fuel cell powers the generator, which powers your base. You have about 4 of them to start with. And then I can't remember if you get bigger actually. I don't think I ever got bigger than a power generator. The power generator, it doesn't do a lot. And then after that I went to wind power. So, and then wind power you used flour sand and something else to make an oil lubricant, and the lubricant kept the thing spinning, and that then produced more power. But this is a power cell here, so this here. So the single ones you find on the floor like this, and then this is the mineable version of it. So you scan it, and then and there you go. So we just got 29 power cells there. So yeah, it's like a lubricant oil that keeps the wind generators going, and then the wind generators are far more efficient than your power generators, massively more. Is that not going to let me get to? I don't think it is. Ah. Let's see where this stops, because that's where I want to be, over there. Is it going to let me get over there, or is that going to? Was that blocking me as well? Nah, it's blocking me as well. Damn. Yeah, it's exactly right, G. Yeah. Oh, that stopped me doing that, really? Carbon's in this area over here. Oh, that sucks. Dang it. Standard iron. This stuff will be the bane of your life, man. Where did I go to the... it was here, wasn't it? Yeah, you see how you slip through there, here. So what you want to do is, let me go back to that, G. Because this is probably where I'm going to build. This is where I'm going to build the home. Bypass the bejesus out of everything, because there's stone here to build. There's iron and iron there as well. You need copper, so you do need some copper to build steel. But that's all right, because there's cheeky. It's everywhere. G. Where is it? 800 meters. Am I going the right? Am I going away from it? I am, but I definitely won't want to go into quicksand. That's probably not smart. Oh, somebody built there. Oh, who's built there? I'm always in GG because this is like a beta weekend. This is where they've hammered the servers. Basically, it's like a test. No access. What's he got going on in there? Oh, he's got a cheeky little base in there. He's got his roof on? Yeah, he's got his roof on. Damn it. Computer says no. How are we looking? Let's grab some drink. Then you want to move your house if there's a mechanic for moving the house like Once Human, or do you have to stuff? Yep, no, there's a mechanic like Once Human, brother, I think. It is the... have you got his bike in there? Yeah, there's his bike. Ah, okay, it's going in there. Yeah, I think there's going to be, even if you build a base, you can sell it to players. Very nice, very nice. Before I do that, where is the quicksand? The quicksand isn't there. Let's do a straight marker to that. Yeah, the minute you start flying, G, the minute you get the ornithopter out, game changer, absolute game changer. What's really annoying is I can't show you my clothes. Oh, he's looking straight at me too, like, damn. Yep, run. Yep, just run. Find that. Yeah, the closed beta test stuff done. I've got to... all this research stuff down here is done. I'm down to durellium here, or durellium. Aluminium's easy to get. It is literally like copper. It's a single element. So the way it works is you go salvage stuff, which is like, you know, your salvage material. Copper's the basic stuff, singular resource. Iron is the basic stuff, singular resource. Then you start going into steel, which is basically iron and carbon. So that's a double resource, pain in the backside. Because some of your stuff will use steel, some of your stuff will use iron. So there's a crossover between that. Aluminium is a single resource, which is aluminium, but extremely heavy on water. Extremely heavy on water. And then durellium. And if you think iron is heavy, aluminium's heavy on water, durellium is just disgusting. Yeah, it's disgusting. You start off basically the game like this, licking plants, and after that, mob. But the reason why this here isn't a bad place to build a base is because you have copper here. So there's your basic resource done. You have 2 lots of rocks here, so you can build. You have what I would call a water supply or a blood supply just over here. There's normally a camp with 2 people in. Got him. Nice. And the camp here is fine. So what you can then do is come down to here all the time, whack your old cheeky blood extractor in, and we got 1,000 litres of blood from that. And then where did the second geezer die? Where did he die? Oh, here he is. Grab him as well. And what happens is, as you get a better improvised blood extractor, the bigger ones later on are just disgustingly massive. They suck out about I think it's 8 litres a shot. So that 2 people is 16 litres. This thing only holds 3,000 litres, so these get massively bigger. These get massively bigger. Everything just gets bigger, and it's nice. And then once you've done the base like that, you take and loot their stuff. Have I got another base here I can show you, actually? There. Let's go around to that. This is probably a real dumb thing to do, but shields and NPCs, yeah, you're in the realms of them shielding you now. So the other reason why I said potentially build here as a base is because here is fine. You can nip up through here and there's a bucket load of carbon. I actually built up here where the carbon was and then just popped down here because the aluminium is, I mean the map is a bit of a donger. Aluminium is up here and then you head down to literally here directly east of the starting areas where the radiation is. Fun, fun, fun. That's when you get your radiation suit out, and if you don't, you're in trouble. Deep trouble. Let's drink. Oh, it's because we're sunstroke. We've got hydrate. And you absolutely will move, G. There's no like, you know, the base I built down there is just because it's a starting thing, and yeah, you will move. You need to. Unless you want to suffer, of course, run everywhere on one of these, which is fine, and eventually get to the ornithopter and bish bash bosh. But yeah, looking forward to it, man. Looking forward to it. I'm on holiday. That's my first holiday for this year. It's like 2 weeks. I'm just sitting down, man, getting it on. Yep. The other sucky thing that I really wanted to do, there's a resource called erythite, and it's up here, and it's in here. You have to go down into like a chasm to get it. I don't know, G. I never teamed up. I think you just team up. I know how multiplayer works as in base wise, if that's what you mean. As in you can have a central base. So if you build a base or I build a base, you set your permissions on your sub-fief. Your sub-fief is your base boundary, and you can yeah, absolutely you can. Yeah, I'll show you that. I can do that. Let me just go over here and show you. Do I want to do this? Yeah, fudge it. Fudge it. It's part of the game. So your boy here is a spawn area. So, needless to say, leave it sitting pretty. We are out of water. I've got still suit on, so I'm going to drink out of this actually. Right, there we go. Reload. Are we full health? We are not full health. Why are we not full health? Because we were low on water. Damn. Let's just let them grow up to the left again, and then we can start doing what we need to do. So this is like a mini base, and you'll see where it says just below. It says Intel 0 of 1. That means that you haven't got the intel from this base, and the intel is absolutely vital to get because that is your research points. In the top corner here it says Intel 1, but see how this says 5 or 2. So I can't research it because I haven't got a. I should have what? Sorry. The hat. And that, yeah. Sweet. So the advanced subfief is the original subfief, which is like your land claim. That means you can now have a bigger land claim. Right, are we up to speed on that? We are. Right, here we go. Let's go fight.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is
That's
approaching.
not good. So what you would do here is you have a tool. I don't think I've got it actually. There. The vehicle backup tool. What you can now do is zip, and that recalls your bike. Because what's going to happen now is that sandstorm's going to hit, and my bike is going to take damage. So what I want to try and do is, because my bike is unsheltered at the moment, I need to see if I can find a way where it becomes sheltered. Actually, did that door open? Nice. Ching.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Let it approach. Where is it? Here it comes. There. So any second now. Yep, there it is. That worked. Just bring the bike into the living room. No dramas, G. As long as it's shaded, it's fine. Later on, you can have garages and stuff. I don't think it comes under here. I think it comes under buildings, actually. Where is it? It's quite far down. It's definitely not that. Where is it? Sure, it's not vehicles, you know. It's going to book me now. Recycler. See, the replicator's fine. Cutter Array Mark II. There they are, the Penta shields. So those are an actual shielded area. So you can create a garage with the front and then stick a Penta shield on it, and then that's the shield. Which is very nice, G. Oh, I need to drink again though, because we're out in the sun, which is not a smart thing to be doing, Owl, to be fair. Owl. And the other thing I liked as well about this, which I figured out when playing the test, was now that we've built this, so you've built the so we've built the Sand Bike Assembly Mark 1, happy days. There is nothing stopping you learning the Sand Bike Assembly Mark 2 and then taking the engine, the power supply and the engine, and sticking it on the Mark 1. Nothing stopping you at all, which I really liked. Right, here we go. There's nobody here. That's nice. Power. There we go, 62 power cells there, that's nice, plus there's a power cell there. This is making me nervous, man. Where are they? Water. I'll drink that. Nice cheeky machine there. One sec, G. Quick video, one sec. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. I hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. TMTC1 coming at you with another quick guide on where to find complex machinery. Complex machinery is one of those things that you will require absolutely later on. When you're inside kind of point of interests, Eastern Valley, so anything to do with where you kind of get research from. There is also the, I think it's called the steelworks or the ironworks or something along those lines. You will find them in this kind of machine here, which is basically their refinery. So you can walk over here, grab the complex machinery, grab the iron ingots and grab the iron ore or whatever it is that you want to take, but that's probably the best place to get the complex machinery. Hope you found that useful. See you next one. Take care. You can mix and match components, G. Absolutely, yep. Figured that out. Yep. I had a Mark 1 bike with like a Mark 3 engine in it. Nearly destroyed itself though, to be honest. It wasn't pretty. And where are you? There it is. There it is. Two videos. One sec, G. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. I hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. TMTC1 coming at you with another quick guide on Dune Awakening. God, I can't put my teeth in. On basically where to find the good old-fashioned blade parts, armor plating, and gun parts. Exactly the same as it was for the other one. Tend to go to places kind of like where you're going to find intel from iron upwards, and then you're going to see the blade parts, the armor plating, and the gun parts. Hope you found this one useful. Till then, stay safe. Take care. Goodbye. Hello, one sec, love, just doing an old video. And then the next one, here we go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. I hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. TMTC1 coming at you with another quick guide on basically on how to advance your character at a rate. So what you want to be doing is you want to be looking at the map, finding these like 3 houses that say Intel, and next to them there's where it says Intel 0 of 1 right next to that one. That means that Intel is available within that location. They are normally fortified and a bit of a fight, but when you get there, what you're looking for is basically something that has the pair of scissors on it. You pick that bad boy up, and as you can see there, I have now obtained 5 Intel, so I can now go to my research, and then you can start to get your research done a little bit quicker. Spend your points wisely. Till then, see you in the next one. Good night.
What is that?
Pretty cool.
No,
nice. No. So that's that's nice. That could be useful in case very low certain resources. Gee, this is a resource heavy game, dude. I'm telling you. This is a resource heavy game, that's for sure. And that's that. So let's go and back, and I'll show you how to do the base work and that kind of good stuff. Let me mark that one and clip that one. I've got so many of these tutorials to smack up onto UmaTubes that I need to find them again on Twitch after. Which is going to suck. And where's my marker for home? Doesn't even matter if we don't make it home, actually. There's my marker. Go on. Oh, it's actually marked on the map for home, that's fine. Say hi to Lisa for me. Yeah, she's just got back. She's been doing some crafty stuff. That's it. Finish upstairs. The ladies' room, powdering ones, ladies or passages. I don't know. Oh, good times in there. That might be PvP actually in there. Where are we going? We are heading for home at 2,300. That would be a pretty stupid thing to do. Well, actually. My advice to anybody on this game, if you see where it says 2,200 there, if you're going over 1,000 on a bike, look for something shorter. Don't start risking it because the worm will just eat you. And if the worm eats you, you lose everything. The worm just takes everything. It will take a lot. So be it on your head. That there looks a darn sight closer than anything else that I was going to see. Quick check as well, make sure that I am not running through any... oh, look at me, the engine's somewhat smoking now. Oh, I'm overheating probably. Dusty, has your water level ever exceeded the dew level? Yeah. Yes. Dusty, yes. Watch, brother. You ready? Where have I've got it? Hang on. Yes. Good to see you, dude. I hope you well. Uh-oh. $1,200. I'm okay, I think, to run that. So what I'm going to do is point it in a rough general direction. It's just that going out to a hot environment, coming back dry as a rush. Yeah, it's to do with, it's because early game, Dusty. Oh, what the f... We don't happy at all. Oh, now he's coming. Uh-oh. G says hello.
Hello, G. Do you like my camera?
Oh, God. Hang on. Bring it on in if you just want to show people what you've made. Oh, for God's sake. Flower. Oh, it's the best flower I've ever seen in my life.
Stop.
Oh, for God's sake.
Stop being sarcastic. Got your little wizard's hat.
Professional streamer, G. Professional streamer. My Harris. Is that going to let me get to where are we? That looked a bit Geiger-esque to me. Geiger-esque? What? As usual. I recognise. Where's my base gone? Oh, it's here somewhere. It's just around there. I took the awkward way back, didn't I? Ooh, that's not. Hopefully that doesn't spot me. Yeah, it's because I think it's just because early on, Dusty. If I'm honest, the it's a bird feeder apparently.
It's a wizard's book.
Oh God! All right. Okay. Righty tidy. So where is my sub thief? Oh, I've put it under there, haven't I? Poppins, I can't. So what I can do is I can manage G. If I click manage on here, you can see where it says enabled, disabled, and that kind of stuff, and it says associate level. So I can change it to a guild, I can change it to public, I can change it just the owner, co-owner, associate, and that kind of good stuff. And then what you do is you can go onto your sub thief, which I think I've buried down here somewhere. I can't remember where I've buried it, but I've buried it. Oh, it's there. Actually, let me go outside then, because there it is. There's my sub thief. I can come under here and I can manage. Same again. Powers enable, permissions, look. So now, because I know Robin's on here and Bugsy's on here, there you go, brother. And those people are associates, you see, so then I can change them to co-owners. And that's the way to do it, basically. So I know Robin and that's now co-owner, yeah. So, and then what you can then do is you can go to set permissions, so I can set permissions on the door. I can then go to manage on here, and I can set permissions on here, look, to co-owners, associate. So even if you want your own item, so say you want your own private chest, just set it to you as your owner. But for the rest of the stuff, global settings is enabled, access level, I just change the access level to whatever it is on there, and then anybody can use it. Which also then means anybody can then, you know, so yeah. Dusty, that's how, so to get water, you put the blood into the blood processing machine, that's now getting the water. Once you get the water and you have a water storage device, you can just take it. Or you can, later on in the game, believe it or not, you deposit water. Yeah, sure. Yeah. So that's about that. And it is that time, I think, where unfortunately I need to go and get some stuff done. So if anybody has any questions, by all means, hop them on in. Get them in, get them in, get them in. I will need to get some more. I'm a little bit miffed actually that they didn't let me get out there, and I can't use my closed beta testing because it has basically your name floating all the way around the screen. It says closed beta testing, not for streaming and stuff. It doesn't allow me to do that. I can't capture images and that kind of stuff. Do you store water in the top deep? So for first time you do. Go to water here when you've got storage. Actually, I might be able to do it. Go to water. So that's the first one you get. If you don't do the storyline, that's the first one you get. If not, you get a water cistern. I'll just research it for you, G. Research the water cistern, and then I can press C, go to storage there now, and then the cistern is copper ingots at 3. So I've got 22 and it wants 25, so let me just run over to here. Does the game have the water extracting body bag for corpses? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And let me tell you, that's efficient as chuff. Yes, the Fremen... what do I want here? Actually, I'll tell you what I can do. I can come back for that. The Fremen... I can't remember what it's called. I will find it for you in a sec, but yes, it absolutely does. I have used it so many times. E. Oh, wrong one. Where's my power gen? There's my power gen. Let's just quick deposit on that. Hopefully that's given me enough to go and do that. Research. Liquid. There it is. The Fremen Death Still. Does it look as cool? It is a, the best way to describe it is you kill someone, you extract their blood anyway, and then you can press F to pick up their body, and then the body you bring back and put it onto it's kind of like a bed. You put it onto a bed that has like a film over it, and then the film just gradually kind of lowers down and starts to mold onto the body, and then that's how I think it gets the liquid out. Let's just craft all. And then it's kind of I actually reported it. I reported it, but it was buggy for me, or I reported it as a bug because the maths weren't working correctly. So there's a water storage, if you like. So hence I normally leave a gap next to my things and just dump it down and then build it, and that's all it is. So that's the basic water system, but that gives you 6,000 litres. So this holds 6,000. So this holds 1,000 litres. There's 6,000 litres. So that's 7,000 litres of water, which sounds a lot, but later in the game, when you do a blood extraction, you can do a blood extraction of 8,000 litres of blood in one, rather than 1,000. So this just expands at a rate of knots. These things are, and the death still runs for an hour, so a body takes an hour, and then after an hour it deposits it into the water. Does it look as cool as in the film? I've never seen the films, dude. Never seen the films, so I don't know. But these, the way I normally have my bases, I normally have about 4 of these pumping. These are fine, these are fine. Trust me when I say this floor, I mean, this wouldn't last long at all, but you have a massive array of stuff, because this is only the basic fabricator. Eventually you get a garment fabricator, a weapons fabricator, a vehicle fabricator. Yeah, it's 8,000 millilitres, so it's like 8 litres, isn't it? Yeah, so 6,000, so it's 8,000, so yeah. So it's the 8 litres. And that was the that bad boy, the Blood Extractor Mark IV, absolute beast of a thing. Where's the blood sack? Yeah, the blood sack on that. Look, that holds. Does it tell you what that holds? Doesn't tell you what that holds, but that's built in a survival. Excuse me, a survival fabricator. Where's the wind? I think it's steel when you start getting to. Yeah. Leap belts. I need to find it now. I don't think it comes underwater. Definitely not. Because look at the side. Large wind trap. That's a beast. The first wind trap you get is these things. These are nice. Those require filters and then a medium cistern. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, it's not good. But it's better than nothing at this level. So the cistern circuit capacity is 6,000. I actually think that's 5,000, isn't it? I think this only holds 1,000. Yeah, this holds 1,000 water capacity. Yeah. But pain in the pain in the booty, man. And yeah, hours and hours and hours. Skills as well. Woo! Skills later on. I'm Bene Gesserit just because I like that. You can go other abilities as well. So that's the Bene Gesserit Sword Master. if you like your swords. Trooper. He carries all the bigger guns as such. Heavy weapons damage. Mentals. Haven't played those. Scientists. For gathering and stuff, but yeah, I'm the Bene Gesserit just because you get a run boost. Compel means people will come towards you and that kind of stuff, or you can tell them to ignore you. And this is the biggie for me, the body control, because you just regen so much health over that, and that's based on skill points. So that's based on levels as well. Max health. So now I get like bigger max health. There we go. Spend all my points, better sun tolerance as well. So that's kind of like your body conditioning, man. Very nice. Very nice indeed. So you're a Jedi, maybe. Yeah, with a pistol. But I genuinely think guns, not necessarily a fan of the guns. Swords for me. Damn. Gameplay, especially when people get shields and stuff, because you're just shooting at the shield mainly, and when you get your own shield as well. Ooh. Yeah. So right, boys and girls, I'm going to call it a day there. Sadly, awesome. Thanks for the tutorial showcase. Love you, brother. I'll need to put all these, combine all these together and get them sent out, of course, up onto Uma tubes for people to go and have a watch and see. I'm just a bit miffed that I couldn't get to the carbon, the hydrate and the aluminium, because that would have been nice. There's no way on this planet I'd be able to get to the radioactive area, which is basically just here. You cross this line here into Shoal, and this is just a, yeah, damn. Take your radiation suit there or die a miserable death. It's as simple as that. Look forward to seeing you next one, you beautiful people. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy, look after each other. I love every one of you. Good night. Da 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 da.